6何でもありますからね。3先ですしね。
今日から3試合選手、
はい、
BO5 となります。それでは改めてカプコンカップ11のスケジュールからご案内していきましょう。本日は Day4 となります。3月5日から始まった総勢48名のプレイヤーによる3日間のグループステージを終え、勝ち残った16名のプレイヤーによるトップ16のトーナメントを本日はお届けしてまいります。
So as you can see on the screens, day 1 to 3 was the group stage, and then now today, day 4, top 16 finals, and we're going to get into how exactly the groups are broken down, but then of course tomorrow we've got the Street Fighter League World Championship, where the 3 teams that qualify from their regions will do battle to decide who is the Street Fighter League World Champion for 2024.
ではトップ16トーナメントのレギュレーションをご説明いたします。各8つのグループを勝ち上がった上位2名計16名のプレイヤーによるダブルエリミネーション方式のトーナメント戦となります。各グループ1位のプレイヤーはウィナーズサイドから、各グループ2位のプレイヤーはルーザーズサイドからのスタートとなります。試合はウィナーズサイドからスタートし、負けた選手はルーザーズサイドへ、ルーザーズサイドで負けたプレイヤーはその瞬間に敗退となります。
Now, regarding the rules for the top 16, of course, as you know, the top 2 players from each of the 8 groups qualified for the top 16, and they'll now be part of this double elimination format. The first from each group will start in the winner's side, and the second from each group will start on the loser's side. And then, of course, if you do happen to lose that first to 3 in the loser's side, you will be eliminated. So yeah, first place from each group winners, second place from each group losers, double elimination, best of 5.
以上がトップ16のルールとなりますが、それでは組み合わせの発表をさせていただきたいと思います。まずはこちらをご覧ください。ウィナーズサイド。
Alright, so now we're going to get into the matchups so you can see exactly who's going to be playing who and get your fancy brackets underway. Let's take a look at the screens.
ウィナーズサイドは、グループ1位抜け同士の戦い。まずは高村対ノアザプロジディ。
Alright, so the first match on the winners quarterfinal side is going to be Takamura versus Noah the Prodigy.
そしてカケル対ブラズ。
And then after that it's going to be Kakeru taking on Blaz.
フード対レシャー。
Moving on from there, it's Fudo versus Lashar.
ジューシー状態アングリーバード。
And then to round off the winner side matches, it's going to be Juicy Joe versus Angry Bird.
さあそしてルーザーズサイド見ていきましょう。こちらは負けたらその瞬間に敗退となります。まずはフェノム対エネル。
Alright, now we take a look at the losers bracket. Of course, the winners that don't make it through on the winner side will come into this bracket after the first round. The first match on the loser side will be Phenom versus NL.
トキド対ブロスキー。
Then after that, it's going to be Tokido versus Broski.
メナ RD 対シエン。
Mena RD versus Zien.
そしてシャオハイ対シュート。
Last match in the top 16 will be Xiaohai versus Shuto.
Poof, hello. How's it going? Broski made it in. He's got to beat Tokido. Did you guys ever notice that when these Japanese dudes say a word that ends with a D, they throw on a O at the end? I just noticed that. Birdo. Angry Burudo. Borudo.
So you might know
they throw a little bird at the end. Little O. Birdo. That's crazy if you think about it, because English people throw a little R at the end. Hold up. Buroski. Yeah, Buroski. That's gonna be cool. There's some good matches.
Thank you.
Not bad. What do you guys got going on tonight? Everybody having a nice one? Anyone doing like a Capcom Cup party where you invite your little homies over and eat snacks? I'm sure someone is. Maybe like 12-year-olds? No? The hell nah? Ah, whatever, dude. I bet you are. What kind of snacks are you eating? It's your birthday? Happy birthday. Birthdays are sick. And fried ice cream? Damn, bringing the heat. Happy birthday. Excuse me. Thanks, Alexander.
Thank you.
That reminds me. Hey, thanks. Pizza and a Pepsi. and Mike Squints and Gamsam Nita.
All right, so for the
And
Esports
thanks
World Cup,
Marn's
rules,
Leg versus
we'll have
Capcom
8 players
and
that can qualify
Nakadashi
for
and
Capcom Cup
Rifle.
11, and then
Thanks
the
Soft
next
Juice
qualify for
Thank
the
and
you.
Arahari and
each
Mont.
of the region champion teams.
And also Dynamara. Thanks, bros. What are we looking at, dude? These slides. Japan loves slides like what do you call it? PowerPoint. Next slide, please. What's up with slides, dude? Slides are whack. I did a PowerPoint presentation in college. That shit was not that sick. I remember it. I remember that. I had to I had a clicker, and I was like pointing at the thing and telling people stuff, and then, you know, that was the only time I think I ever did that, though. Why weed is trash. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I did a presentation on why weed is trash. Exactly. As you can see here, weed is trash and dumb to smoke. Dumb to smoke. Hey, alright.
Thank you.
Oh, shit. Damn, Nostradamus. That's cool. Who's this guy? It doesn't say where they're from. Maybe they're avoiding... Why are they avoiding that? Showing flags? I think it might be because the qualification process... Wow! Noah made it! Man, this guy was like 8 years old. 8! Or like 7. Hey, that's Yipes, right? Good luck, good luck. Hey, good luck, man. Everybody, hey, alright, waving. Cool. Hey, there's more people in the crowd this time, thank God. It's pretty poppin'.
Idaboshi's Zangief is a tight name.
Hey, this guy won last time. Didn't he win like a bunch of, like, money? Kakeru. He bought some facial hair with it. Cool. Kakeru, he's high? I doubt it.
Thank you.
They're in Japan. Green marijuana is pretty tough to get there, though it can be done. Oh, you think it's Adderall? Adderall doesn't make you all... Is Adderall a downer?
Oh, you. Big Fat Waldo.
Thanks, 600-pound MILF and Immovable Lemon. Thanks, What Are You Standing Up For? And Anonymous and Uncle Buck and Goblin Cat. Thanks, Madik, My Kingdom for Madik and Dino Mara. Ooh!
Thank you.
This guy looks like he's gonna cry constantly. He's always looked like he's about to cry. I don't know why he looks that way. He always looks like he's on the verge of crying. I don't know. I don't know why that is. Cool. Hey, whatever happened to Mago? You never hear about that dude anymore. That guy was good. Fudo, let's go. Yeah. Yeah, this is the mom guy.
Thank you.
The mom guy. Aunt Lashar, yeah. Aunt Lashar. Thanks, Mike B. Burns. And thanks, Noah's small ass middle finger. Got a small ass middle finger. Give it up. Cool. I think the format that this tournament has makes it so there's no way for there to be the best players on Earth all there at the same time, right? Like, otherwise, it's like to gatekeep or something.
Have a good evening, Con.
Basically, the way it is there are only a certain amount of Japanese players that can get in.
Thank you.
Like, that's it. So the way it ends up working out is, I think no matter what,
Thank you.
there can only be a few Japanese. So all these other random non-Japanese are allowed to get in.
Thank
It's like
you.
limited. There's a limit to the number of spots per region, I think. So that's why there are so many different locations on Earth represented here, and I suspect that's also why they are omitting to show flags, because, whoa, Ryan just did a pop-off. Alright. That's why they're removing flags, because if they emphasize the country of origin, people will be like, what the hell? You know? That's my guess. That's my guess as to why they're not showing country of origin. This is an international, like a highly international tournament. Why would they not show flags? It just seems peculiar. They showed country initials on the brackets earlier. Yes, I know. I'm talking about on the overlay though. Who gives a fuck about brackets? I don't know about you, but I don't give a shit about them, and I don't even look at them. I'm talking about while you're watching the game, when you just anyone tunes in and looks at the screen, you can't see a flag. They have omitted that. And that's not by coincidence, I don't think. Wow, look at the standing ovation. Tokido. Man, he is such a legend, though. He really is. He really is, man. I grew up, like, thinking this guy is a hero. And when I finally met him for the first time, he knew who I was. And I was like a schoolgirl. Tokido knew who I was. But it doesn't even matter because Broski's about to shit on him. Sorry, Tokido. Broski's got his dick out again? Sweatpants. Broski's dick out again, dude. Alright, fine. He's got to be comfortable, dude. You can't question it. Damn, the crowd loves him. Menu.
Thank you.
That's sick. That's sick. This is exciting. It's really exciting right now because they haven't started playing Street Fighter. So I'm hyped right now. Hey, thanks Shakuifa and Castrell and EG Proxy. Thanks Tutek and Twitch on affiliate. And Konichi, what's up? Thanks, CES Guerrero, and Into the Night, and Mike B. Burns. Thanks, Twerk.
Thank you.
For the resub. Zian the Goat. I like him too. I'm usually partial to people who were good in Street Fighter 4. Like, good Street Fighter 4 players to me are like the ones I want to root for, because I really like that era of the game. You know? Shanghai. This guy is a legend too. He's really good at lots of stuff. Shuto-san. Have you noticed that this hairstyle is very common now? Almost all of them have the same one, where it's like your hair's in your face and it's all bushy and shit. Bushy. Even like Broski has it. You say bigot because you're thinking I'm saying Asians, but it's not just Asians. You're just a bunch of stupid cocksuckers. It's all of them. Phenom is not Asian. He has the same haircut. All these dudes have the same. Look at this shit. Except obviously that guy. Hold up. But look.
Thank you.
Look. 1, 2. Look at them. Look at every one of these guys. They all have the same haircut. Well, okay, forget that guy. Okay, yeah, all right. Well, you know, okay, they don't count. I'm talking about. All right, well, that guy doesn't either. But a bunch of them do. Not that one either.
Thank you.
Okay, look. Right? Some of them don't, but a lot of them do. The hair, yeah, see? See what I'm saying? If anything, it's all the non-Asians that have it. You guys are the biggest. He's got it too, though. He's kind of got it too, though. Think about it. Look, the no forehead. That's what it is. They don't want to expose their forehead. My forehead's been exposed for like 25 years. Sons of bitches. Look at those slippers with socks on. Man, these guys that compete in their like regular lounging around in the house clothes, and they get in front of cameras and are seen by millions under the spotlight, it just never sits well. It's just weird. No self-respect? I mean, I don't know. I like this guy.
Thank you.
On the, you know, this Rasputin guy. I kind of like that guy. He looks a little shady. I don't know what he's up to. Hey, thanks, sweet baby Lilo. Thanks very much for the tier 3. Thanks. Thanks, Proceeding Hairline and Marklar and Montes and Slub and Vil Dill. Thanks, guys. Weather Report.
Thank you.
Excuse me. Thanks, Happy Face Man and Mr. Nesbit. Oh, by the way, I got a Thai coffee with 6 shots loaded up, just so I can get turned and enjoy the event. Got PEDs. I hope it doesn't affect my reproductive system.
Thank you.
Working on a beautiful baby boy as we speak. Thanks, Stannis the Manus. Man, Morrowind has been awesome.
Welcome live.
Woo! Sherry! Look at those shoulders.
Legendary sumo wrestling matches, and today becomes host of legendary Street Fighter 6, and a new millionaire will be.
And Ringe? So it's gonna be 2 different people for top 8. So she's doing top 6. That's cool. Exciting. She used to come over to Super Arcade and eat lunch with me all the time because no one else was around. So she'd just come over and like, you know, and she could eat. Sherry, she comes over with like a bunch of food, and then I'd be like, oh, that's cool. You meeting someone for lunch? No, this is just for me.
Can I have a luck buff?
Damn. She could put it away.
I'm so excited to get
She's
it started.
a beast.
As Sherry mentioned, we are here at top
16. Hey, thanks, Billy Hoyle. And thanks, Menu RD, hehe. And Loot Lettuce. And Naxic. And thanks, Shiva Jones. Hehe, thanks, Gabriel.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Noah. There's some bias here. Yes. Then we have Kakaru.
Noah the Prodigy, top 16 Capcom Cup winner's side. That would be sick if he wins, dude. That would be tight. But I'm rooting for Broski. Broski's my, like, if I can only pick one player to root for, it's Broski. But outside of that, there's a lot of players to root for. On the winner's side, I would go for Noah, though. After Noah, the rest of them can suck a cocky. I like Angry Bird, though. I guess Noah or Angry Bird. Takamura, I like him too, but where's Takamura? BE? Where's BE? It says Takamura BE. He plays Ken, so I can't root for him. Belgium. Whoa, cool.
Representing the U.S., the lone representative
cool.
from the U.S., but Takamura has been playing so on point, and there's a lot of discourse within the players on how this matchup is going to go, right? There's a lot of people saying you can try to prep.
Noah was 7 years old at his first Evo.
His type of play style. But Takamura, they kind of
I wonder if his dad was a scrub. Because, like, his dad totally influenced him into being a player, right? I wonder if his dad was, like, so scrubby. And he was like, man, I gotta raise my kid to be good at fighting games because I was such a fucking scrub. So, like, maybe that's what happened. His dad was a pop monster? It must be the case. I mean, if your 7-year-old is going to Evo, you are from birth breeding a fighting game. Like, the fighting game player, I should say. That's like your goal. Like Tyson. He was born and raised as play fighting games and be good at it.
We're about to get it started.
He's bad at school and sports. Hey man, it's better than being bad at everything. Being good at something is sick. If you're good at something, you should really go for it. You know? Go for it, man. Don't let anyone tell you what to do. When I was 18 and I was good at something, I went for it. Why not? So what? You identified that you're good at something, you go for it. If anything, you should always do that. Forget 18.
Not really. Ever scared of the bright lights and already with the whip punish, tried to bait something
Why
out.
not?
But little Aaron on that jump back just wasn't ready for the falling roundhouse.
Just like that, Takamura takes Noah the Prodigy to the corner.
I mean, yeah, whatever it is.
Punish. Oh no!
Very efficient right there, but Noah, as you mentioned, calling for the blue stuff.
Man, it's too bad that both of these guys play whack characters. But I guess I'll root for Noah. USA.
Right now, keeping Takamura in the corner. He's not having it.
Uh-oh.
Takamura's OD reversals in this tournament so far have been immaculate. He seems to be on such a high accuracy level and taking that
bum fights.
He's not gonna get a real punish.
Are you trying to diss? These guys are both bums.
Yeah, and we typically see a lot of cheeky people, but I think again, this is
Yeah,
very
bum
different.
fights.
In the first of three, they're definitely
Yeah, you're right. These guys are both bums.
Pressure coming from Noah. A nice check from Takamura and the drop into the step kick.
I like
That's
that.
not supposed to happen.
Yeah, exactly. Wanted to
Bum
run bumper DP like that off the medium there. Just
Yeah, you're right.
And now Noah's reaching. And again, Takamura. He's already.
You know, like,
Noah
the
answering with
guy
ODDP to get the pressure
who,
off of him,
like,
being close to
you
burnout.
remember that bum fight shit that existed? It was actually like a guy who went around and like paid bums to fight each other, right? So I think like oh shit, the lore of that bum fight shit, it's fucked up, right? Yeah, okay, that's your instinct, but you know the lore of Dr. Phil. I heard about that, where Dr. Phil had that guy, the guy who created bum fights, on his show, and he dressed up as Dr. Phil. So he shaved his head bald and put on a mustache, and the rationale behind him going on the show dressed up as Dr. Phil was, Dr. Phil was saying, oh, it's fucked up how you're exploiting people and making money off of their, you know, misfortunes, right? And he was saying that's exactly what you do, Dr. Phil. You have a show here that's all about making money off of other people's misfortunes. So he was trying to like diss his ass, and it was very like, you know, okay, no one's trying to say that bum fights isn't fucked up, but you know, that's a very good point. That's a very good point. Dr. Phil has his own little bum fights going on. And so do all of them. They all have a little bum fights going on, you know? If you think about it. Which is very, like, I think that's a noteworthy moment in entertainment pop history. I used to watch Jerry Springer all the time. Believe it or not, I was not the type to go to school, and that shit was on in the middle of the day. There was a big turning point in Jerry Springer where, like, originally they used to just show everything. Punches in the face, titties would be just blurred barely when they'd pop out. But then there was this moment where they started breaking up fights more, and when someone would punch someone else, they would like show pow, like the Adam West Batman show. They'd show like a big bang, and it would block out, like it would censor the punches. That shit was whack, and the titties would be huge censors. Shit was mad weak. Oh yeah, Steve! Steve was like the #1 main security guard, and when the chicks would get rowdy and start fighting, he would go over there and break it up, but like feel up all their titties while he was hey, break it up, break it up, break it up, honk honk, la 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 la, break it up, you know? And the crowd would be super hyped. Steve, Steve, Steve. That shit was tight, dude. That shit was tight. Cool show. Lock in, dude. Someone in the chat said that they're in the stadium when the stream was starting. It's that fucking boring that you gotta watch a stream while you're at a live event?
Yeah.
Damn.
I'm wondering if Takamura's going to
Hey, at least you can see the entire screen. They're not taking away 15% of your vision to show you nothing. A couple of ads.
He's had these defensive choices
At least you can
called
see the
out a
whole
couple
thing.
of times already, and Noah, look at this. His reads
I'm
are
hoping
really on point.
Broski wins. But first things first, Noah.
Punished with the heavy knuckle.
Yeah, getting the pullback of the hurt box like that, always a benefit for Luke.
Hey,
Trying
thanks
to get
TK
that
and
overhead
Busta
going,
Dallas
but he can't, but he
and
knows.
Street
Takamura
Steel
was
Legend.
switching around.
And thanks Gabriel.
Noah outspaces that perfectly.
Thanks, Steve.
Responds with a perfect indeed.
Thanks for the
Takamura
bucks.
Not finding a way to read Noah's offense right now. And that's what we mentioned earlier, right?
Thanks
Thank you.
Josh
To have a read
and
on
Ray
Noah, to
Lewis.
practice against the player.
Noah's pretty good. Yeah, he's better than I thought he
On the
was.
run cancel DP from Takamura. We've seen that a couple
That's
times
pretty
already.
cool. You know, Noah and also the King Ray Jr., the Tekken player, both those dudes were really young when they started, and they ended up being really good. Because, you know, just because you start young does not mean you'll be good. Trust me. It does not mean you'll be good.
Trying to get that parry. We talked
So
about
it's
it
pretty
before.
surprising that
Oh,
they
and
ended up
Noah,
good.
This time trying to pop off himself.
It's probably 'cause they
Takamura,
never
this offensive
gave
read
up.
from both players.
Excuse me.
Immaculate.
Okay. Back to the neutral.
It's best of 5.
Oh, and yes, the light kick buffer. He committed to it off the drive rush cancel.
Okazumi.
Take the throw, as they say. Nice shot on the
Ooh.
corner. Noah is able to get the cross cut this time.
Yee.
Walk forward just a tiny bit right there
Uh-oh.
to make sure he was in the right space. The reversal crouch.
Not
medium kick,
good.
And of course, the level 2 to drain the rest of that drive. But this is
Not
where Noah
good.
thrives.
Ooh! Backdash in the... What? Backdash in the corner and no hit confirm on the crouching jab? What was that?
Okay. Didn't do anything there.
Man, he really turned it
Okay,
around
there's a
while
little
in...
bit for the-
Wow! Holy shit, dude. He just mashed.
It's either gonna be a combo
Takamura went for the overhead, and Noah's just... Noah plays like a maniac. He plays like an 8-year-old with a tiny little middle finger. Plays like an 8-year-old.
Takamura's gonna have to
That's
get it up
cool.
here because he's getting the opportunity
Crouch
to
jab
heat
through
up.
that shit while you're in fucking burnout. I don't give... I'm an 8, dude.
He's starting to get the
You
right
think I give a
position.
fuck about
Low
burnout?
Thank you.
forwards. There's a run
I'm
into the
8.
knee, okay? The lay jab. Noah doesn't bite.
Double shimmy.
Backdash, he thought Noah was gonna pop off.
Give it to him, Noah. Forget this guy. You're 8. There you go. Green stuff throw. Oh my god. Dude, come on, man. You can't block that. You can't. Don't even bother. Oh my. Blown out, dude. Blown out. Baited. You wrote that
Just
shit.
like that, Noah is setting
Walk
up.
up, neutral
Set
jump,
point.
and then that's like one of those air normals that reaches all the way
Noah
down.
undeterred
Cheap
right now.
shit.
Low forward counter hit does connect. It's going to take Takamura all the way to the corner.
Ooh, nice block in the crouch medium kick. A little bit of a delay. No response from
Oh.
Takamura. You can't jump out of that for free.
Uh-oh. No, miss?
Run execution.
I don't
They are
think
playing
so, dude.
Takamura this set.
Yeah, you're in big trouble, dude.
Tried to base something out right there.
Just in case
Oh,
he
parry.
the drive reversal, I feel
Man,
like.
he is...
Noah
Noah does play like an 8-year-old. You're right.
Cancel off the last slide.
He likes that
Takamura with triangle
jab.
reversal buy-ins. Knew it,
Jab button.
stopped it, took the game into
Jab, jab,
winner
jab.
semis. Noah the
Bow, bow, bow.
prodigy.
Woo! Look at the weird-ass pop-off. Man, this guy's good at doing weird-ass pop-offs. You're right. Yeah. Yeah. The cameraman can't catch him, dude. Woo! How much money does he win for winning that one match? I think winning a match wins you like 10,000. He just won 10,000 bucks. 10,000 bucks? That's a shitload of bucks. I mean, the other day I tried to refund Monster Hunter and they denied me, and I was butthurt over 70 bucks. This guy just won 10,000 bucks, which means the other guy lost 10,000 bucks to Luke and burnout jabs. Burnout jabs, dude. Damn. 10,000 bucks.
He's not like that. He's the opposite.
Holy
right? He's always gonna be
shit.
churning something. He's always gonna be
Thanks,
testing
Crack
the
Party.
fact.
Thanks.
Execution is on
Put your
point.
shoes
And
on,
paid off
Noah.
time and time again.
Hey, man, he just won 10K with no shoes on, dude. If anything, you're the one who's getting owned. If you think about it. This dude won 10K with no shoes on. Right there, before your eyes. Hey, thanks, Ray Lewis.
don't know,
and
that's
Josh
what
and
makes
Yellow
it such a
Name.
difficult training.
And
you.
thanks, Helio Star.
An explosive first match indeed.
Thank
It was so
you.
interesting the way it started, right?
And
Very
thanks.
first round, it
Thank
felt like
you.
they didn't even come close to
Thanks.
each other.
Hey, Helio Star, what's up, man?
Once the knockdown
You
started,
know there's a
Aris
bunch of
was
people
holding
named
each
shit
spot,
like that. I can never tell
taking
who's
this
who.
early.
Are you the guy from, you're the guy from, that place that I went to,
Thank you.
right? It's been such a long time, I fucking forgot everything. Yeah, hey, man, good shit.
He took that establishment
Thanks,
that
man.
Nakamura had and used it against
Cool.
him at the end. He knew that later on he wouldn't be
That was a
out and
really
out.
good memory.
He would switch it up.
That was a good memory.
Throw baits out.
Anyway, hope you're doing alright, man.
Incredible performance.
That
Look, I
one
mean,
place.
even the driver
Yeah,
overhead
you
that
know,
he went
Detroit,
They were
Michigan.
blocked every single time until the very last round.
Detroit, Michigan.
Nakamura eventually
You know
found
that
the
place.
match.
Thanks,
You
Nolus
just
Polis.
cannot deter Noah from doing what he wants to do.
100%.
About
Great
that
stuff
day.
to start already. Noah the prodigy.
I love Detroit too, man. You wouldn't think that, right? Because it's got such a bad reputation. What the fuck is this?
Yeah. I mean, we're the top
Hey, what the
even
fuck
world's
is this?
best Players, right? There's no way there's any.
Hey, what the fuck is that thing going on in the chat room right now, dude?
In our group stages are about to go against each other now. Ibushi Jin's Kakaru versus 2-game Blas. Blas of
Hey,
course,
don't do that.
with a 5-0,
Don't do
Kakaru
that.
with a 4-1. Incredible performances from
Anyway,
both sides.
yeah, Detroit's
Very
awesome.
interested in this
I
one, right?
really
Blas
liked
has
it.
looked
I remember
very
walking
untouchable,
around in
but
downtown
Kakaru
Detroit at like 3 a.m.
He has
feeling
untouchable, so
right at
Blas
home.
looked
It didn't even feel dangerous.
4-1. Looked
Even
very
though I
well.
did run into a few undesirables.
Which snowballed
But
into
for all they know, I'm also an undesirable. You know?
Now
I could have
with
robbed some
the
people,
whole
actually.
country at his back,
That would have
he
been
is the top
sick.
8 winner side himself.
But Blas, I was so interested because
Thanks,
they
Bonnie
started
Parker.
off in pools.
How's your Friday
Thank
going?
you.
I'm blessed, dude.
Which can
I'm
get
feeling
into
good.
qualifiers. And he is known for his ed play.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering,
Cool,
is
man.
he
Good shit.
sticking with Ken, or is he going to go for ed? When I was
Thanks,
talking with
Goldie
the ed
XP
players, they feel
and
that
Bonnie
Ed's the
and
better
everyone
player.
else.
Just a
Hamet,
character
thanks for the
player
$10
that
redues,
is
and
better
Green
match
Power
than
Van,
JP.
and Good Meatloaf. Thanks, Don Chauffeur.
But it looks like
Thanks,
he's
everybody.
sticking with the Ken.
Okay. I don't mind the Ken either, right? Ken definitely has different ways to get it in past the shenanigans.
Man, I'm so bad at remembering names in the chat. That's why I'm always saying blue name, green name, and shit. Because, like, all of your names are so stupid, dude. They're all so stupid. How the fuck am I supposed to remember that shit, man? Whatever. Anyway, thanks
Yeah,
for liking
sure.
my
I think
stream.
We're gonna have to see a lot of the drive rushes, right? That is kind of how Ken is gonna have to close.
You don't
in
like
on the
JP?
He's gonna have to
Honestly, I
close
think JP is
with the drive
way
rush.
cooler than
Plus,
Ken
also
and
the
Luke.
timing of the goes
I
in and
like
out
JP.
to see
He's
when he
cool.
wants to drive
Ken
rush
and
when
Luke
he
are
goes in
boring
offense
as
anyway.
fuck, dude.
Drive rush overhead.
I'm rooting for JP.
Just letting the departure do the heavy lifting. That's how you're supposed to
And
do it with
this
JP.
guy,
Spins the
Kakeru,
level,
is
let's
like
put
a
him on
genuine
Blast.
JP player. You know, he's not just some fucking guy. He's always played JP. And I like that.
Take him to the corner.
He's almost pushing to the other side, but
Thank you.
Thanks,
not gonna let
Nublet.
him keep doing that. Willing to challenge there and get to success.
Thanks, Goldie XP.
Gosh, yeah, Blas is gonna have to find a way to change the approach.
Blaze is 15 years old? You're kidding.
Thank you.
He's 15 now? No way, dude. No way. He is 15? What the fuck? That's crazy. 15?
Thank you.
Wow.
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 You have to be concerned with the standing roundhouse. You have to be concerned
15.
with possible jump ins.
He's probably really smart, right? Is my guess. He's probably, well, I shouldn't say smart. He's probably got a brain that could be nurtured, but instead it's being wasted on Street Fighter, is what I'm saying. His brain could probably do some really cool shit, is what I don't think necessarily he's smart, but I bet you his brain could do a lot. That sounds impressive. At 15, being able to be composed enough, that is crazy.
Loading up with something heavy. Kagaru was like a light will stuff that in an instant. Level 2 for the game 1 win.
Wow. He's barely of age to buy the game. Man, I remember one time I was buying something at a video game store, and this kid next to me came up and he wanted to buy Resident Evil 4. And the guy who worked at the game store didn't sell it to him. He said, "No, you're too young." And that kid was like, "This is bullshit." And I was like, "Meet me outside, bitch." And he gave me the money and I bought it for him. That was an outrage. That was an outrage. Give me the money,
There's
kid.
the first Dragon
I'll
Lash.
fucking buy it for you. Fuck this guy. And I went in and bought it for him. Resident Evil 4 is sick.
So you can't be too happy with that.
That guy that works here is a bitch.
Oh,
I remember that so clearly. Oh, that also reminds me of another occasion very similar where I was at. It was when Mortal Kombat 10 first came out. And originally, before Mortal Kombat 10 came out, it was supposed to be released on the PS3. But as it approached the release date, they canceled the PS3 version of the game. It never came out. So when the game was coming out, I was at the game store, and there was a kid there who didn't know it was canceled, and he walked up to the register, and he said, okay, I'm here to get the PS3 copy, and they told him, like, oh, it's not coming out on PS3. This kid, dude, it was the worst day of his life. He couldn't believe it. He couldn't believe it, dude. It was like the worst day of his life. I've never even seen a kid so sad, dude. That shit sucked, man. There's nothing that could be done.
Thank you.
What can be done? Buy him a PS4? Someone will, hopefully. I'm sure he ended up getting it eventually. Get some better grades, bitch. Be nicer to your mom. You know? But that shit was rough.
Bla's gonna have to figure out a different strategy on how to approach Kaku.
You know? He didn't like that shit.
Fainting the ghost now, trying to bait something out, maybe a Dragon Lash, maybe a Drive Rush.
Okay.
But a snipe.
Disconnect. Taking Kaku to the
I think Kakeru's gonna beat this 15-year-old down. Stick to Call of Duty.
I think he was trying to walk back, but maybe made the decision too late. And then, yeah, that's plus frames off that heavy kick. Can't forget that.
MK10 was really cool. It's so crazy that I did commentary at EVO for that game twice. The second time, I can't believe they picked me. The second time. Oh my god, that was crazy. I was really surprised that they picked me the second time to do commentary for MK10. Because I had completely stopped following the game at that point. He's down.
Now up against Boss as well. He knows the spacing unlike anyone else.
Yeah, Kakeru's a beast.
Yes, going back to the character select screen, I think he's gonna have to take some time to figure it out whether or not he wants to stick with Ken or how to.
He was you and Ultra David. Yeah, both times. I think they picked us again. First of all, because we did a good job, and secondly, there were no other Mortal Kombat players who had experience in a big event like that, so they were kind of scared that they might say something that they're not supposed to. You know how that happens. Sometimes when you're excited, things come out of your mouth. Well, that's the type of event where you can't let that happen. So, they probably picked me for that reason. Hey, what is this link, dude? You can't just fucking put a link in here. What the fuck is that link?
And Blasey tried to plan for that, right?
Hey, someone shoot that guy. What is that link? Someone tell me what the fuck that is.
That's why he goes with the roundhouse, something that will move him forward as well.
Okay, laying on the pressure.
What is it? Whatever,
Okay.
fuck you.
Nice connect on the spheres there.
Oh, me and Ultra David? Yeah, shoot that guy. Don't do stupid shit like that in here again. Putting a link like that. That's a mistake. I should ban you. Hey, I should ban you. Just FYI. For doing that. Thanks, Woke. Hey. Yeah, I know, man. What the fuck? Surprised. And
Thank you.
Just hyper awareness on spacing has been his constant name of the game for him throughout Capcom Cup.
Don't do that. Thanks, Red Fan Dan. Hey, Juwood. Thanks for the resub. Hope you're smiling out there.
Kakeru just throwing out little pokes here to stop Blast from approaching him. Okay.
What a juggle right there from Blas.
Thanks Coconut Head
Okay.
and
Smart.
Doodle and
I was
Woke
gonna
and
say that's gonna be too
Dizzus,
slow. I think he
Dizzus,
wanted the DP,
and
but it
Wolfsy
happens sometimes. You get the level
and
one.
Nublet.
And because Kakaru was smart
Sorry I
about
missed some
doing
people.
an empty
Thanks for
jump,
the
he
subs
was
and
able to
whatnot.
block on
Thanks,
landing
Siernian.
and take full advantage of very unfortunate situation for Blas.
Not a good situation. You're about to get chipped out unless you're able to super.
Level 2, yeah. Level 2 projectile invul right there does get him out of the situation for now. Will he be able to bring it back? Oh, he tried the DI.
Oh.
Punish. Kakaru stays
Nah.
crouching and punishes the
10,000 bucks.
Oh, some
Cha-ching!
heartbreaking moments for Blas in that one.
Minus 10K.
Kakaru, much to the light of Ryu Goku Goku Geekon,
Damn,
removing
man.
the top eight.
Good games, good games.
Beautiful, incredibly clean play from Kakaru. He just did not allow the scramble situation to happen.
That was a
Even when
beatdown
he was
though,
put into
right?
the corner, even when Blas was finally able to get the hit and get the conversion, he had maybe like a 9%
Damn
correct
haters.
read on the defense. Whether it was ODM,
Broccoli-haired bitch.
bring it back to the neutral game.
Yeah, you can just tell, right? Kakaru is
Damn. Chat room full of hate, dude.
where the streets
Nice. Nice. I like that. He's 15. I know. 40-plus-year-old bitches at home talking hella shit about a 15-year-old. I like that.
It was
Nice.
like a stop sign. Every approach he tried to go through with
Nice
the
work.
These low fours did connect every now and then, but he just didn't
Cool.
couldn't get a lot off of it. I was maybe he just needed to stop more. I don't know.
Stupid
what it is.
bitch.
There was no real air
Man,
support
that's
from
tight.
Ken, when Blas was on Ken, but when he did try to sneak in a couple dives
Man, that's
and
really
whatnot, right?
funny.
Kakaru was ready.
Insulting a 15-year-old when you're 40-plus is extra funny.
Where I think he wanted to try to bait Kakaru into
I wonder when I was 15, I wonder if any 40-year-olds talk shit to me that I didn't know about. I wish I could know how that feels. I don't think I've ever, like, even if it were true, I can't imagine it how it felt. You know, you didn't know it. It must feel pretty funny getting dissed on by a 40-plus-year-old when you're 15. Like, what are you gonna do about it? You're getting owned by a 40-year-old, and there's not, and they don't even do anything you do, play any games you play. You're just getting owned. That's tight. Get owned.
Battle of the
Teachers. Oh yeah, that's a good
Lashar.
point.
And you know they played against each other.
Yeah,
at
but that's
tournament
different.
that,
I guess you do
Lashar
get
qualified
dissed on by your
in
own
Japan, right,
parents,
offline.
right?
Lashar
When you're a
had the
kid.
upper hand. I believe that the score was 3-1.
Yes, correct.
I guess that's a good
This is
point.
actually one of our more
This is
recent
mom and
matches.
dad?
Like a lot of these top 16 soccer
Man.
matches, especially in the women's soccer, haven't happened before or haven't happened in a very long time. This one is one of our more recent
These
ones.
two are an item.
Fudo, I imagine, had to have
Give
been
it up,
that,
dude.
But it's going to be an Ed Mirror most likely.
Mom and
right?
dad.
So that's always another layer of
Oh
focus
shit,
in
what's
the
that?
Yeah, so we're still in the button checks, but
Oh, gotta clean the shades. Wet wipe.
How do you think this match is gonna go?
Oh man, I mean, Lashar.
Thanks, Kaba Bobaba.
Thank you.
And
I think
Groupon
it's
hookers.
insane to hold
Thanks,
the
guys.
title for the cleanest player in the world.
You
That
know-
is Lashar. That is his title.
Yeah, I'm
A lot of
having a
people
good
consider him
day.
a generational talent, right? But
Blessed,
Fudo,
feeling good.
he's here. My
Yeah.
man is-
Lucky to
has
be
some
alive.
of the most experience out of anybody, whether it be a big stage or
Ninth Capcom Cup. This is his ninth Capcom Cup.
So I don't know, man. We've already seen some of the newer players up here on the
Ninth
stage.
Capcom Cup?
Some execution errors.
Wow,
right? We saw
that's pretty
Takamura,
impressive.
We saw multiple missed run cancels. We saw Blaz with a
Yeah.
couple of execution errors, who had looked completely clean up
Yep.
until this
Fudo
point,
is
right?
40.
So we know that the top 16
Yeah, isn't that
is different.
crazy
It is
how young he looks?
a damn near sold out building here in Ryu Goku Goku Geekon, right? So the
I'm doing
electricity
something
is on
wrong.
another level than the
Or
group stage.
something right.
So it could get to somebody.
knows?
Maybe Lashar will be affected by that. But a benefit that Lashar has is he's been in Japan since SFL, right? And SFL is so gigantic here in Japan. The electricity, the way people show out for it, he might be used to those type of lights and pressure already. I know Fudo is.
Yeah, and I do think their playstyles are also very different, right? So I'm trying to see which one is going to dominate because Lashar, again, fully known for his incredible clean play with Punished Master.
Absolutely.
Can't jump on this man unless you're just a kid for some reason. But Fudo, coming from the Armika side, he is a highly
I
aggressive
guess
player.
you
He
guys
likes
are
sprinkling
funny
the
today.
neutral. He likes
Have you
to
noticed
adapt.
that
Yeah.
Asian
Lashar likes
people
playing slow.
do
So
a
I wanna see
handshake
how the
and they grab their forearm when they do it. Have you noticed that? I wonder what that gesture is supposed to be about. They do that. That's really common. For support? Their arms are that weak? They gotta hold that shit up with the other arm, dude? That's why they bow. Oh, I didn't know. Cool. Oh, they're supporting the respect? Hey, alright. I know that's the case. I'm just kidding, of course. It's the same reason they bow all the way down. There's this girl at the Thai food restaurant that, you know, I tip her really nicely. But she's also very nice too. She deserves it. But man, every time I go there, she bows lower and lower, dude. All the way down. I'm trying to, like, I almost want to tell her, you don't even have to bow to me, dude. I don't even need you to bow. She's bowing so far down, like, bro. It's really unnecessary, but whatever.
And a lot of the fireball game here.
Yeah, prostrating all the way. I don't think it's necessary,
scary,
but
right? Try the drive rush after the flicker, because you don't know when the opponent is actually going to let go this time.
Man.
Outside the range, even post flicker to get a
Oh wow, Lashar.
I think this character is very weird.
Out.
As someone who's never really played this character, I feel like all his moves look alike. Like, it's very hard to see, oh, that's standing medium punch, that's standing fierce punch. They just, his moves just look really kind of weird. Like, you know, other characters have, like, you know, Chun-Li, close standing roundhouse, or, like, other characters have, like, very identifiable normals. He doesn't have very identifiable normals. To me. Ain't got no kicks. But don't you feel like Dudley has very identifiable normals, and so does Balrog? Like, I feel like both those characters, you can clearly say, okay, crouching fierce punch, or, you know, like a very, like, iconic normals. It's hard to even identify this guy's moves, to me. As, you know, as someone who's not familiar, hasn't done the research, I guess. Wow, that is cool.
Love the chant from the crowd, yep.
Very delighted with the dream combos.
It's called the dream combo.
OD wants to get to know
more?
Something that I'll prioritize that as well. Using the level 2 to try and lock him down. Fudo is on the verge of that. The perfectly timed drive reversal bypasses that, but it does burn Lashar out in the process.
Oh, I overheard someone saying something about how there's beef. Let me get in on the beef, dude. Sajam beef. Tell me about the Sajam beef. Let me get in on that. I want it. Jammers versus Sajam? What happened? Sajam is calling out Jammers for having a fake accent? I'm with them on that. I saw that shit too. I had a feeling. He's not even English. It's fake. He does that shit to get jobs. To sound sophisticated. Who's Jammers? He's that guy, he's got like, he's like that English black guy that's got cornrows, and he, you know, combat! That guy.
Point right now. Now playing back a little bit.
You don't know him?
Drive meter come back. Faking that out, but the kill rush forward still gets clipped by the jump.
Nice whip punish on the snatcher. This should be it.
That's what we saw.
What is the real beef?
Game, right?
Sajam versus Jammers. Is it for the word jam? Ownership of the word jam?
Okay.
Thank you.
Lashar will find the whip punish once again.
Get rid of it. Jammers said a player did a terrible dive kick, and Sajam didn't like that? That's kind of peculiar. It seems like there's got to be more to the story than that. Jammers said players played bad. Sajam said commentary was bad.
Anti-air coming from Lashar.
Not an actual save jump, Lashar knew.
Again, so hard to predict. take the time when he's gonna let go of the natural to catch Lashar.
All right, I'll laugh at that.
And from that distance, right, the jump is a huge threat.
I wonder why he said that.
I think
I mean, okay, let's break it down. If during a competitive, big event like this, professional commentary, here's the clip. Ooh.
Snipes him this time.
Straight into the level 3. This is going to
Listen,
complete the
I'm
dive
sorry.
meter.
I gotta call it how I
He's gonna
see
be
it.
burnt out
That
in the
was
corner.
god awful. That dive kick was not.
All right, you know what else is god awful? His fucking commentary, bro. I can't listen anymore. I can't. I gotta mute him. Sorry.
Damn! Nice guy, Sajam. Nice guy, Sajam, dude. God awful commentary. I don't even. That's not even something that I would say.
Even 1-1.
I don't say that. Because let's face it, every one of these commentators is god fucking awful, okay? No one will ever come close to Dr. Sub-Zero. Everyone is trash. Every one of them. But I don't say that shit because it's in poor taste. Now, it's about time Sajam does some in poor taste shit. I've been waiting for that. I've been carrying the in poor taste fucking baton for years now. It's about time someone else does some in poor taste shit. I mean, he's right though.
Hey, what are you looking at?
Anyway, thanks Godregal and El Juego. And thanks Sajam and Early Bird and Galvanize. Thanks.
Thank you.
No, it's because you're not supposed to call the players bad. I mean, you could if that's like your gimmick, but calling a player bad when you're a commentator is such a bad look. Because you are so whack as a commentator at the end of the day, right? I mean, you're so whack. You're just fucking just a commentator, you know? So basically, yeah, that's a bad look. I think that obviously, that alone is obviously not enough for Sajam to be talking shit. If you were smart, you would likely understand that there's something else there that caused Sajam to say that. For example, maybe Jammers got the job and he didn't. Or maybe, you know, some other shit. Sajam doesn't like him because he uses the word jam in his fucking name. You know? Like, that's obvious. Just that whole dive kick shit is like, whatever. That was just frustration overflowing. I bet you Jammers cost like the price of one of Sajam's fingers, dude. That's probably the case. Sajam's too expensive. You gotta get the bargain jam. You know what I mean? You get fucking 8 jammers for the price of one Sajam. Think about it. Off-brand jam, dude. Off-brand jam, dude. Simple as that. Man, have you noticed how, like, magnetically drawn I am to chaos and talking shit? Let's talk shit about jammers. I don't care who it is. Let's talk shit. What else can we talk shit about? Yeah, I like that. I like talking shit. That's not really drama. You say drama, but I stay away from drama. That's not really drama. That's just two little bitches fucking being bitches. That's what it is. Two little bitches just doing their thing. Two little puppies barking at each other until the gates open and then they're best friends. Have you seen that shit, dude? Two dogs are barking at each other like they're gonna kill each other, and then the gate opens and they're homies. They're cool. Same thing. Same thing. Two bitches.
If you just let Ed go from there, he's gonna take you out. He's got such great ways to put Chip on the table. Punish, he just took the throw though, interesting.
Okay. Nice
I wish one of these games was good, dude. I really do. You know, Secret Wish would be, you know, a Secret Wish. Don't tell anyone. But if one of these games was good, I would audition to go to EVO or something and try and see if I could get on commentary. You know? That would be cool. I would do it again. Why not? But if the game were cool, all these games are a complete eyesore. I can't even fucking look at them without the chat room or without making fun of jammers and shit. You know? It just would never happen with these games. But the idea is cool.
Thank you.
Oh, VF6. You never know, man. You never know what could happen in the future.
They both did drive rush. Okay, Lashar, drive rush with the DI does connect.
The future is pretty cool. And it's pretty crazy. In general, I would say that the future, it's like one of those things where you should definitely stick around till the end. Especially if you're like really young. And you know, when you're really young, maybe in your 20s or even before that, you really are stressed about the future because you don't have any kind of certainty. You haven't figured out what you're going to do with your life and shit. But trust me, you want to watch that shit till the end. It gets really good. And there's a lot of twists and shit. Never kill yourself? Yeah, I mean, that's the idea, I guess. You never know, man. I'm telling you, seriously. You never know, dude. You think that's how it is, but it's not how it is. You're just too young to know. Why not?
Hey, what are you looking at?
Gyro dumplings for dinner.
I wasn't talking
Nice
to you.
Dugan.
Hey, thanks, Fat Man Rollerblading. Thanks, and thanks, Godspeed. And I drink bong water. And thanks, Rival Roman. Thanks, man. Amazing stuff. Thanks, Lil David, Scott, and Reverb Shock. And thanks, Homage. Yeah, never give up, dude. It really is true, though. But the problem with it is, honestly, like, you know, depression is one of those things that's so... It's difficult to get through. If someone is super depressed, they're not trying to hear it. You know? It's hard to get through to someone like that. They're not trying to hear that shit. But you better open your ears. You know? Yeah, it's hard to hear that shit, but you better fucking hear it, because, I mean, you got no choice. You better fucking hear it. Open up. Open your ears. Trust me, the end is good. The end is good, dude. It is. You have no idea what's going to happen next. It's really true. What did you eat today? Leftover sandwich? It was mid. It sucks when it doesn't work out. I mean, the thing is that it's all an attitude thing. When something doesn't work out, if you truly believe that that occasion turned into luck for the next occasion, that's how it works. If you know, whatever you believe is true at the end of the day. That's really the truth. Let's forget about, like, telling you what to think. Whatever you believe to be true is true. That is how it is. If you, whatever religion you believe in, that's really how it works. If you believe it, it is true. So that also works with negative things. Like if you know, oh, I'm so unlucky. Yes, you are. It is true. If you go around saying how unlucky you are, that's how lucky you are. If you know, like, everything you believe is true. That's how it is, in my opinion. Woo, it's Sherry! I'm the president of her fan club. The president.
Whether it be the Flicker special itself, all those things were at the forefront of their minds. And I think it was really Lashar kind of getting these big dubs on calling out the Flicker.
Ooh, Sherry.
It was a great adjustment for
Is she
Fudo
Chinese? Yeah.
Later on, where he manipulated it one time. But that's why Lashar started only using that strat when there wasn't any space for Fudo to get back anymore, right? He really made sure he got him to the corner first. And if you you kill rush back in that instance. Doesn't matter.
Who the hell is Juicy Joe? I was thinking that same thing. How did this random ass guy get in here? Juicy Joe. That's a sick name though.
Yeah, precisely. Lashar has just been so clean throughout the day. Same thing with Fudo. Man, such a close match.
Thanks, Muted, Mimic, and I can't listen to Godspeed. The fuck is that? Thanks, Fine Just Once, and Steel Chair Gravy.
I'm not sure if the ODDP is slow enough. Like, it might be.
Oh, Godspeed, the guy. I forgot he was a commentator. I feel like Godspeed's main, like, iconic moment was when he got early access to MK10. And in his review of MK10, he said that the online net play has 0 issues. And then it came out and it straight up had the worst fucking online in the history of video games. So we started talking shit about how it has 0 issues. And then Quan Chi and the Zero Issue Boys was a boy band made of a bunch of green skeletons. Quan Chi and the Zero Issue Boys, dude. Those guys were tight. Backup vocalists. Good times. Man, we had so much stupid lore during that time. Remember that spooky beam that would shoot out of the sky and turn you into leaves? It would scare you to death. And it would turn you into leaves. That shit was tight.
So a lot of it's going to rely on his movement.
Good times.
He's going to kind of try to
yeah, MK lore was really funny.
That Juicy Joe does with his ghost, and that's going to be
thanks Raiden and Muted Mimic.
The dry rush as a punish through the ghost.
Makes sense, definitely makes sense. And now I just feel a little
Break Time Jefferson, thanks for the reminder. It's very important to remember to stretch. Let me get up and stretch. That way, we won't have any issues overlapping.
So yeah, it was tough for them.
Excuse me, you guys can enjoy these thrilling matches.
Unfamiliar with him before Capcom Cup 11. This man has been putting bodies in bags with JP since the launch.
Bodied in bed. Hold on, let me move this thing so you can probably want to see the life bars.
He's been a monster.
Actually, I think the top left of the screen is the player camera, right? I don't even know. I don't give a fuck. Whatever, dude. Get the screen cut off. I'm taking a break.
His offense is structured. It's just so potent, so deadly. It's going to be tough. And of course, Angry Bird, one of the greatest in the world, and he is looking in prime form. Let's get into this. Juicy Joe, reject Angry Bird. Game 1.
Fireball started off. There's a stand roundhouse already counter.
Showing out, ooh, and then just trying to get the bigger damage. Not even committing to the full drive gauge. Cancel.
No. And there's that perfect parry, something that Angry Bird is so good at. Getting punished from the OD Ghost to the OD Ghost.
Yeah, after his loss to Kakaru at Gamer's Aid, Angry Bird put up a video. Oh my goodness. The whip, he knew he would try to take advantage of it, so he just bust out with the ODDP. But he has laughed against JP for hours upon hours.
Man, and this is where the matchup changes, right? At this spacing range, especially when you're in the corner against Angry Bird against Ken. The defensive reads you have to make to get out of the corner is so difficult.
And now this is where it's going to be tough for Angry Bird. Already, oh my bad. I'm sorry, I forgot what we were dealing with right here.
He heard you say that. He's like, watch this real quick. I'm going to do a full screen drive rush,
and I love, kick. Yeah, I love the stand medium kick too because it gets a little bit of offensive momentum forward. Juicy Joe, very disciplined right there, not teching on that bait attempt.
We're not going to go into level 3. Doesn't want to spend the meter yet. We do teleport, and it does connect.
Saw the start with a fireball. Angry Bird, I believe, wanted a DP right there, but because the teleport went on the other side, the execution got kind of mixed up. Ended up getting the startup of a fireball, which gets completely stuffed.
Yeah, I wonder if he's going to, a lot of players have been doing that neutral jump to counter the teleport through the portal, right? So that might be an option that Angry Bird decides to implement later on.
Run forward stop, interesting. Let's try. Even off of the plus frames right there, still not afraid to get the reversal crouch medium kick out. That could have been dangerous for Angry Bird.
OD Spikes is going to catch the neutral jump, sending him full screen again.
The sweep attempt, yeah, I was gonna say, even with the drive rush from that distance, it's still gonna be punishable. And Angry Bird burnt out.
Okay, can he block this?
Ooh, gets the low after initially blocking that first jump in. Juicy Joe, big reward, and Angry Bird still got a whole lot of burnout to work through. Oh, but he finds the run Dragon Lash. Pick this spot perfectly. You best believe CA's coming out. That's gonna pause Juicy Joe's meter and allow Angry Bird to get that government bailout. Shout out Slogan Sama.
Uh-oh, this is kind of where Angry Bird's gonna shine, right? He has him in the corner. He has no bar.
Ooh-wee, and just like that in a match where it looked like Juicy Joe was gonna be able to take Angry Bird in an instant, steals it right back.
The run Dragon Lash is where everything changed. The punish counter into the level 3 that put Juicy Joe in such a bad position because he had no meter. He was gonna get burnt out. He had no super. And now you're in the corner. Get up in there, will ya? Fully stocked on drive bar.
And Angry Bird outspacing that stand medium kick perfectly right there to get the whiff punish. Just knowing the type of tendencies that the JP players have, knowing that the buttons, which buttons are gonna come out in which instances. He's just been studying the tapes for a long time, man.
Yeah, man, and it's so cheeky to do a run Dragon Lash because, you know, you see the run coming at you, you want to press a normal to stop it, and then you get clipped by the Dragon Lash.
Yeah, that's the thing, right, is that you have to be a little bit careful about what button to press. A lot of the crouching buttons might get low crushed on the way in by the run Dragon Lash, so definitely have to pick something that's a bit more standing with a higher hitbox.
It's too bad, man. I just stopped smoking yesterday.
Nice check from Juicy Joe, getting the counter hit.
Trying to bulldog his way in, right? You gotta get that CQC going, the close quarters combat. He was looking to do that as much as possible, but Juicy Joe was ready. He wasn't overcommitting to anything that could catch him slipping.
Thank you.
Beautiful way to out-prioritize his fireball right there as well, reacting to it with the OD of his own.
Juicy Joe slowly burning down Angry Bird, but is able to find the connect with the drive rush target combo.
I love that right there. Angry Bird getting in the drive rush crouch medium kick, knowing Juicy Joe likes the backdash after that sequence.
Perfect parry. -2 situation, couldn't get the punish, does get perfect parry.
Established here, Juicy Joe. We haven't seen many OD amnesia yet. Just hold it down back. Oh, and Juicy Joe knew. That's exactly what you're gonna do. All right, that's fine with me. Let the spike come out, the overhead to follow. And the thing is, too, Juicy Joe timed that drive rush really well because I think in an instance like that, right, where you're waiting for the spike, but the screen freeze from the drive rush can mess up and eat your drive input. So because of that, I think Angry Bird's parry input might have got in there, so no parry to protect yourself, and he had to actually block the overhead, which was not blocked in the end.
Nope, he was
I heard
not
that
ready.
too.
That was the first
Thanks
overhead we
Sky
got.
Crimson and Jellu Animus.
Meter was able
Thanks
to catch
Giga
the
Chad
second
and
game,
Capcom Cup.
making it even 1-1.
Thanks Simpler Name and
My goodness,
sponsored
put it
by
on the plus frames as we
Chipotle.
talked about earlier. Angry Bird
Thanks.
showed that he was willing to press
Damn, so no Chipotle because
has
they
been
don't have that shit in
establishing
Japan, huh?
a new
That's cool.
adjustment.
We're getting caught pressing right now. There's a lot of counter hits going on.
Angry Bird, he was willing to slug it out right there,
Some
right? He
funny shit
embraced the
went on during
scramble
the
and it
break.
paid off.
Sajam gonna be pissed? Nah.
Caught him holding
Oh, is
up.
Sajam the
Taking the low
Judge
combo,
Mathis?
trying to catch a
No?
person back right there.
You know that would be tight.
But it checks
What
both.
Sajam should
Yeah,
start
gets the wall
doing?
splat.
Someone
That's the
pass
Angry
this
Bird
on
special
to
right
me.
there. Crouch medium
What
kick in the
Sajam
DI.
should start
and
doing
the OD amnesia
is
finally
instead
comes
of doing
out.
Will It Kill, he should start like Siskel and Eberting different commentators and giving them a score. Like grading and rating their commentary. That's the strat. Forget what he was doing before. He could be known for this. Like, does Sajam think he's good? Because that's what matters.
Super strong tech.
You know?
Nice check on the drive rushes. Juicy Joe starting to
He already
recognize
did that?
one. Angry Bird wants to come in with the drive rush. Gets jumped in on.
Oh my goodness, he can get the kill here if he wants to spin the meter, but he does not. Wants to save the resources for a
Thanks
potential round
is
3.
Joe
Just gotta
Really
get there
Juicy
first, man. That
and
could cost them.
Pandawala
The
and
step
Sky
kick is too
Crimson.
close and punished outright,
Thanks.
so Juicy Joe's investment pays off.
Taking it to the final round. Both sitting on
Appreciate
3
that.
bars.
So after that drive rush, he's still not blocked.
Hey, Red Name, you're banned.
Step kick roundhouse. Okay, all these heavies are starting to get checked.
I just banned that guy.
Again, gets caught by the cross-up jump from the portal.
I didn't like him.
Snap it. Yeah, that drive rush stand medium kick is the quickest way Ken can get across the screen out of a drive rush.
Yeah,
Didn't like
get
him.
the conversion though. Juicy Joe's gonna set
Thanks, Joe's Juicy Pusu. Juicy Pusu. Thanks, Blue.
Gets a full combo off that. Oh, and then dodges the wake up ODDP.
Thanks.
Stylish.
Isn't Angry Bird like the Evo champ or some kind of champ?
Read on the wake up ODDP coming from
Angry Birdo.
Juicy
Yeah.
Joe looking at match point.
My bad, I forgot the crouch.
Excuse me.
Crouch medium kick drive rush is +1 on block.
The question is he washed up?
Nice punish.
Thanks. Pile driving, my
PlayStation,
homie.
please.
Thanks, Jeff's
No bite
anal
to Juicy Joe.
fissure
Nice and patient.
of snaking. Thanks, Pile driving. And thanks, Fuck the Habit.
Jump out
And
doesn't
Blue.
get the anti-air.
Why?
Try to inch forward,
I
but
think
the
Habit's
process
okay.
is
I'm
still
not
a
like
really
a super
tough spot
fan,
for it to come
but
out.
I think it's okay. I had to have it a couple
This time
months
it is gonna
ago.
connect with the ODDP.
I thought it was alright.
Drive rush sweep as a counter. Okay, throw it takes the game. Takes them around, not the game.
Show it, yeah, some gusto right there with the drive rush.
A drive rush sweep. Interesting choice.
Extra for cheese
Really
is
recognized
crazy,
Juicy Joe
so you hate it
prioritized
because of the
ranges.
price?
Most likely thought he was
Yeah,
gonna
that's
try to
different.
backdash or at least walk
There are a
back.
lot of things
A
to
lot of
hate
time when people
because of
see
the
drive
price.
rushes come out of them, they're just trying to walk out of range to get themselves the most distance possible. That's why they get clipped by lows a lot.
But I mean, that's a different story. Hating something because of the price or hating something because it sucks, that's two different things.
Setting up the portals.
And they're not like mutually exclusive or whatever.
Throwing out, faking out some ghosts just to see if Angry Bird.
In and out will always be
Perfect
better.
carry it.
I think
Yeah,
that
punish.
it is debatable whether or not In and Out is better than Habit, but I would say that they're very close in quality. They're close in quality, and I think In and Out is good. I'm not an In and Out hater. I will say though that In and Out's menu being so restricted, combined with 50% of that menu being fucking trash. I mean, it's not like they have onion rings or anything, right? Half of the menu is trash. You know, that really gives Habit a bit of extra credit points in that matchup. At least Habit has things like chicken sandwich and onion rings and shit.
Kind of abuse that range, right? And then you're blocking them, and you see your drive gauge getting chipped down as well, right? They're heavy buttons, so you're just getting shaved down on the drive gauge. Your resources are whittling down, and it's tough.
Oh, shit.
And Angry Bird knows it too.
Holy shit.
And we're into the last game for
That's
both players
cool.
here to establish who's going to make it to the top 8.
My friend just sent me some pictures of a couple of DeLoreans that he saw. Cool.
Punishing
That's a
the
cool
string
call.
outright.
Yeah, so consistent on getting the perfect parry on the OD Ghost into the punish.
I like DeLoreans. It's like one of my favorite cars.
Parry again.
After the Jinrai right there, new Juicy would be looking to turn his turn back.
Wow, double shimmy.
What a check from Juicy Joe with the crouch strong there.
Yeah, Angry Bird was trying to base something out. Wow, was that cross up? I think that was a cross up.
Yeah, I still have to send over the footage from that time I went and ate Jamaican food. I haven't done that yet. I will
Imagine
eventually.
getting your sweep blocked
Something
and
came
losing
up
20% of your health for that.
Yeah, usually
that
you just get knocked down,
distracted
you
me.
know? You don't lose the round
Thanks,
outright.
Concealing
There's a
Fate,
drive rush through the ghost.
for the resub.
Stand medium kick, okay. Angry Bird having Juicy Joe in the corner. OD Amnesia.
Thanks.
In the back throw, Juicy Joe. He's got 2 bars as well.
Damn, Trouble in Paradise. You know you have to get along with each
With the
other.
ghost.
When I see people tagging each other in the chat room, telling each other to shut up, dude.
Juicy Joe has been so smart about that.
Come on,
Wake
guys.
up ODP, burning
That's
himself out
funny.
against Juicy Joe.
Yeah, and being burnt out up
Oh,
against
no.
JP is never where you want to be.
Damn, that
he
is
does open
cheap
him
as
up on the
fuck.
cross-up jump. Oh, and the
Oh.
overhead reset, Juicy Joe.
Overhead
Would
reset
JP
blow.
take the game and set
How much do you get for that? Juicy Joe just beat the Evo champ. Juicy Joe, dude. How much did he win for that?
Mashing the super in that situation.
Ouch.
Yeah, 100%. He did have 3 bars to his name. He was locked and loaded.
$20,000
I
bucks.
just wasn't thinking that Juicy Joe
Oh
would
my
risk it all
God,
in a
dude.
reset in that moment, but
$20,000
it's
bucks.
the JP player life right there.
20,000
Well done from
bucks.
him, especially when he's got a departure out. We talked about it, right?
Nice.
If this dude's
Congrats,
on offense, he's got
Juicy
some
Joe.
of the nastiest sequences
Hey, where did
in
you
the
say
business.
he's from again?
Conversions from the air portals
Juicy
to
Joe.
he adapted so well to how Angry Bird wanted to get on.
Sweden,
Again,
cool.
neutral drive rushes, and something that we saw Kakeru do earlier, right? Once the JP players start
thanks,
figuring
Sir
out when
Fratley.
they want to go aggressive on them, they start throwing out the canes. But the
Punk
thing
won
is, a
EVO
lot
this
of
year.
throws
He
that
had
came
lost
from Juicy Joe
every.
worked out
He
100%
had
in his
he.
favor. I don't think he actually
And he lost
anti-air
yesterday
That's a good
like
point
a
right?
bitch.
Yeah, I don't think
Shut up,
Angry
bitch.
Bird ever really was able to shut
I
it
wish
down.
I didn't
The
read
one
that.
time I recall him trying, he got the execution error, and maybe that kind of dissuaded him a little bit. Maybe that.
It reminds me of how I have to, like, when I ask you guys for advice or when you're giving me advice in one of those guesser games, big guesser games, I have to read your sentences and like really decode them. What the fuck is this guy trying to tell me, dude? I like that.
He shut that down.
No flags, but country abbreviations. Yeah, I wonder why they didn't show
That was
flags.
a little rough for Angry Bird, but it was a very close match.
That seems
Yeah, and
weird
at
to
the
me
end
that
too,
they
right,
didn't do
we
that.
saw,
You
drive
know,
rushes to the crowd,
it just
medium
seems
punch.
weird.
I
I'd
always
rather
thought
see a
about that being
flag
great
than the
drive rush
player's
tech tool,
fucking
but it's also
face.
one of the best
Don't you
offensive
think?
drive rush tools in the
This
game as well.
weird
That disjointed
geometry
defense,
here on the side of the
and somebody like
on the
Angry Bird
corner.
has
What is this? The
incredible
way it's
reaction,
reaching
who has
into the
really prided
screen.
himself
It's
on
such an
shutting down
ugly
stuff like that.
overlay,
The
dude.
drive rushes
Just
are
show me a
so
damn
difficult
flag
to
and
use
don't
against that
reach into the gameplay
mentioning earlier that
field of
Angry Bird is
view.
one of the
What
best,
is
like,
that
this
about?
is
As if they're
one
not
of the
already
best
cutting
against
off
JP
enough
That's just a testament
along
to
the
how
edges. They want to
incredibly
cut
strong
off this
Juicy
top
Joe is.
two.
And this is his first performance at Capcom
Gosh,
Cup.
dude,
I'm so
you
proud
know,
of him.
this reminds me of the
I
user
EU is losing their
interface for
mind.
video games
Wanted
like Call of
champion
Duty.
Juicy Joe
It's like there's
sometimes
no
being
one
regular.
there
It's just so sick
to
to
tell
see
them
Juicy Joe
this
gonna be the top
idea
winner
sucks.
squad.
Insane lineup.
Why?
I think their
Why is there no one
performance
there?
The 4 players that made it into top 8
Like,
through
you
winners,
know,
they have
hey,
Noah, the
Kojima,
Prodigy, Kakeru,
Death Stranding
Lashar,
sucks.
and
Don't make
Juicy
it.
Joe.
Where was that guy when we needed him,
I
dude?
remember this event is now an
Don't make
esports
it.
World Cup qualifier. So those top 8
We
players,
needed
you see
him.
the 4 in the winner's side, they will be going to the esports World Cup as well. That's going to be a great qualification for them on top of everything else.
Yeah, we gotta get Sajam to tell it like it is. You know, he's got that reputation of just being so rude and saying what's on his mind. We gotta get Sajam to do that shit. I like that. Sajam's, you know, his new arc. He turned heel.
On the screen in an instant here, Street Fighter 6
I like
also
that.
has a 50%
Good shit.
off coupon
Evil Sajam.
coming with the classics and fighters pack.
You can tell he's
So
getting
best
old.
believe that you get beat
He's
up
not
your
putting
friends
up with that
digitally,
shit
and
anymore.
Along with going with the fantastic arcade titles like Mega Man and Final
Isn't
Fight,
he, like,
if you're looking to just have
engaged
some
or
fun,
married? Did he get
hype the
married?
tournament season, test your
I think
skills,
he's married
and help
now.
support the
Probably gonna
Children's
have kids
Miracle
soon.
Network hospitals with your purchase.
Beautiful, beautiful. And then next we have the Roto Z. Do you know Roto Z? Roto Z is an eye
this,
drop brand in Japan and cool eye drops for
fan art?
anti-bloodshot and anti-fatigue.
Thanks, Sir Fratley.
And fight sharp with Roto Z. And now it's corroborating with Street Fighter 6 until March 10th, 2025. You can get
You
Roto
thought
Z
who was
and
gay? Sajam?
Ooh, Super Sick, and of course,
I thought he was too.
It's Yeti. Step into the ring
What do
and
you
select
know?
your next fighter with the official Street Fighter collection over at the Yeti. Choose from a selection of over a dozen t-shirts featuring fan favorite fighters
Whatever.
from Street Fighter 6 and beyond, expertly screen printed by hand at Yeti HQ on premium garment brands. And just in time for Capcom Cup 11, new challengers Luke and Ed join the roster of tees to really punch up your look on both on
Punch
and
up your
off the
look,
mat.
dude.
So of course it's going to be a great time here, and you can go to theyet.com/Capcom Cup to view all of these and order one yourself, or scan the QR code on your screen now. So man, it's been an
Did you
incredible
show
winner
the
side of
card
top
to the
16.
guy you bought it
Just the
from?
first half of the
My
match
uncle
here.
did.
just started.
He's friends
Still
with
got
him.
8 players on the loser side of things. as well. I think
My
we're gonna
uncle
take a
told
quick
me he
look at
lost
that
his
in a
mind.
moment, because that is
Couldn't
also a
believe it.
star-studded show right here.
Because that guy,
Vivon and NL, Tokido and Broski,
like,
Minna,
I've been
RTC,
trying to
and
buy that
Shanghai
car
Shuto, all
from
around
him
one match, as you
for
can
like
see. The likes
5
of
years
Ingrid, Fudo,
or
Blas,
more.
and Takamura
But he would never
dropping
sell
down
it to
from
me.
losing
It's my
well.
uncle's friend.
Sharkfield does not
And
even
my
get to the
uncle
strike.
sold him the
Insane
car.
amount of talent
So
waiting in
my
losers,
uncle
and we're gonna
bought
get
this
straight
car
to the
from a
winners.
police
Losers round
auction,
one right
sold
after
him
this.
the car
So, you
10
know,
years
you
ago.
wanna make sure you
Then
don't go
like
anywhere.
6
Grab
or
your
5 years
water,
ago,
grab your
I
water,
tried
grab
buying
your
it off
eyes
of
are
him.
bloodshot. You
And he
gotta
would
make
never
sure
sell
you
it to
grab
me.
Red Bull, because
So he
it's gonna be
finally
a
sold it to me
lot
after
of
all
races.
this time. And then I did the LS swap on it. And then I showed, you know, my uncle showed him the
Okay,
YouTube
I mean, I'm
videos.
just a
And
roasting
it blew his
Akio,
mind.
Minna,
He
of
was
course,
super
Minna
hyped
versus
about it.
Tien.
He liked the car a lot too, and obviously he took good care of
That's
it.
going to be a barn burner as well. Phenom and El Shahai and Shuto, that's going to set the building on fire.
Every time someone, like I show the car to someone, and they sit inside it, they're always so surprised at how new it looks. And I think so too. It looks so new, which is cool because it's so old. Something that's that old shouldn't look that new. Like things like the carpet and the door panels and all the plastic. There's a lot of plastic in American cars, but it still looks new. Fuck you, chat. Sayjam is engaged to a chick. Hey, Sayjam, what's up, dude? We're only messing around, man. We all know you're not gay. Be cool, bros. He's sensitive. Yeah, we know, man. You didn't have to log in on an alt while you're probably restreaming Capcom Cup. Just to come in here and deny that shit. Whatever. Hello? Is this like when they're supposed to show ads? I guess so. Whatever. We can make our own music. What do you guys want to put on? Uh-oh! Argyle's sweater is about to block the camera. That's a sick sweater. Damn, man. Argyle's stocks went down after all that Bill Cosby shit happened. Sucks for Argyle. Thanks, Weak to Blunt. Thanks for the resub. And thanks, Santiago. Argyle will bounce back? Maybe. Thanks for the resubs, guys. What do you guys got going on tonight? Other than inviting all your friends over for Capcom Cup. Just kidding. That's Coogie? What does that mean? Coogie the guy? Excuse me. Stay up and call in sick for work. SSF PoE? Cool, are you playing the event? Still on a good dinner streak? Not really. I got a couple of sandwiches from Jersey Mike's. Hey Coogie, what's up, dude? Hope life's treating you great. Why did the music turn off? Hey man. Cool. Cool memories. Those are good memories. Thinking back at the Street Fighter 4 regime. Very good memories. What did you get at Jersey Mike's? I got one turkey sandwich and I got one buffalo chicken sandwich with portobello mushrooms. And both of them were decent, but too expensive. Fucking $22 sandwiches. I had a round table with my date yesterday. Cool. Why did you say at avoid?
Thank
How
you.
come you didn't at avoiding the puddle the whole thing? Anyway, I like round table pizza. Thanks, Revant. Thanks, Totally Not Gay, and everyone. Would you rent the new ride out to Hollywood to use in movies? What are you saying? Oh, my car? You know what? I've done that before. Many years ago, I had a black and white Chevy Caprice, and I actually rented it out to this movie studio so they could use it in a movie. And they paid me $550 a day, and they rented it for 4 days. Yeah, that's true. Did the movie suck? I don't remember the details about what movie it was, actually, now that I think about it. It could have been like an independent movie or like a foreign movie or something. I can't remember what movie it was from. I wonder what that's about. That detail, I can't remember. It was in a porno. I hope not. Got cum on my dash. Thanks, Braino.
Thank you.
Thanks. Thanks, Lugat. And Uwu. And Ravant. But no, I don't think I would do that. It's like, no point. Are you gonna play the RoboCop DLC? Yeah, but it's not a DLC, isn't it? It's like a new game. Yeah, but I will. I like that game. It's made by the same devs. I'd rather not fuck around with that car, to be honest with you. I mean, I drive it a lot more than I thought I would. It's just so fun to drive. But I don't want to fuck around with it. It was already hard enough to insure. The insurance company was not insuring the car. Basically, they were trying to insure it as though it was just a regular 1988 Chevy Caprice. And I was like, that's unacceptable, dude. You need to insure it for what I paid for it. And that includes the work and the labor, you know? And they were saying, well, we can't find an example of this that exists. And I was like, no shit, dude, that's the whole fucking point of being one of a kind, shithead. Obviously, you're not gonna find another example of this. It's one of a kind. And this is the insurance company you call when you have a one-of-a-kind car. It's specific. This is exactly why I'm talking to you on the phone. And he's like, okay, you have a good point, sir. Please hold. And put me on hold for a while, and they fucking, yeah, they gave it to me. They were like, okay, we'll do it. You better fucking do it. So yeah, they insured me.
Monster Hunter Bridge.
It is classic car insurance. Haggerty, you ever heard of that company? It's literally like the insurance company for like any kind of car that's weird. Like race car, off-road car, all kinds of shit. That's who you call. There's no, like, no one else to call. Thanks, DMO. Thanks, guys. And thanks, Smolchy.
Thank you.
Appreciate all the subs and whatnot. Hope you're all having a great one. They wouldn't insure my car if it wasn't in a garage? Why? That's weird. Is it not legal? Safety? Are you talking about the same insurance company, Haggerty? Because you know they wouldn't insure my car either. But I had to give them the fucking speech option in the dialogue options. He wouldn't. In fact, the first time I was talking to the guy on the phone, he literally entered, you know, like, have you ever experienced someone speaking on the, like a, you know, telephone agent, and when they won't give you something you want, like it's reached this point in the conversation where he enters like reading something off to you. I'm sorry, sir, but blah, 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 blah. And then you tell him, but dude, you're not understanding. And you, I'm sorry. So he's just repeating the script. It's like the end of the dialogue options. There's nothing else you can do. He reached that point with me saying no. He was saying no, we won't insure it. And at that moment, I had the option to say, you know what? Fuck you. Let me talk to a supervisor. I didn't even get mad. I didn't even, like, I just felt like this was not going to happen right now. So I said, all right, I understand. Thanks. I'll call back later. Hung up the phone, literally called back the next day after sleeping on it, cooling off. And this girl named Genesis answers the phone. And the first thing I told her was, hey, I like your name. Nice name. And that was it, dude. She did everything I asked. She gave me the insurance I wanted. She set me up for, I mean, everything was perfect. Automatic payments, it was perfect. And it was my reward for keeping my cool and not getting too into it with that last cocksucking guy from yesterday. You know? It was sick. Anyway, what I'm saying is you shouldn't give up. Just because they said something to you doesn't mean it's true. You know? It doesn't mean it's true. You can call them back and be like, you know what? This is fucking stupid, dude. You're like, dude, just fucking do what I'm asking you to do. It's not even like you're asking for anything crazy. You don't have to accept it. You don't have to accept no for an answer, but you do have to, like, strategize how you go for the yes. You know? Keep your cool. Don't be pissed. It's them saying no to money. You know what it is, though? Insurance companies are so fucked now. That's what it is. Because they're so used to, like, ripping everyone off and making, like, 10,000% like crazy margins. And now they're getting owned by, like, everything being so expensive to fix that they can no longer get these crazy margins. So they're getting owned. They think they deserve all this profit. Fuck them. Why is your camera green? Shut up, bitch. Stupid fucking comments. Whatever the reason is why my camera is green, don't you think it's a little audacious of you to just show up in here and demand answers? Don't you think that's the case? I mean, regardless of what the answer is, it just seems a little odd that you would be so willing to just be questioning. Oh, he's banned? You banned him? Whatever. No loss to me. Thanks, young Castro. Excuse me. Thanks, Marvel Rivals fucking sucks.
Thank you.
And thanks, Fawn Soap. And Spicy Ghoul. Thanks. How was big dinner? I had leftover Jersey Mike's. It was alright. It was alright. Playing Monster Hunter. Good shit. I've been trying to get lucky in PoE. It's so crazy how it's a trade league, but it feels like solo self-found. There's no one playing. It's just like me and 5 other dudes. But it's still fun. I still like the game. There's nothing else to play at the moment. Making fun of people's English, huh? Hey, greetings from America, all of you foreigners out there who are watching. Uh-oh. They're muted. Hameko-san! That's Hameko. Oh my god. Oh, Sajam! Sajam is pissed right now.
To the loser's side to find out
Sajam is pissed.
Winners here. Remember, we're going to be crowning a new $1 million.
That's the wrong jam.
Today, and I cannot wait. Myself, Jammers, on the mic. First time.
Bargain jam, dude.
With the boy Vicious. Been a little while.
You know, I was kind of concerned. I'm like, when are you going to put me up with the brain of it all, right? I've been trying to match my energy with what you've been throwing down all day. It's been eclectic. It's
the
been
lesser jam.
Very, very interesting, especially with
European
what
jam.
in the very beginning of our top
Damn,
16.
man. How else are we going to, like, we got to, like, put fuel in the fire.
Right there have been some
how can we instigate this beef between this guy and Sajam? We should make stuff up. You know? Like, I don't know, we could think of something. Like, we should make up stuff that they said about each other. You know? And then we could, like, one of the babies looked at me and then pass it on.
versus Shuto. As you can see,
that would be
round 2 is
sick.
already filled in. We saw Angry Bird
Thanks, Astaroth.
take their first L in the very start, but
Woo, broski, dude. That's hype. I hope he
Those are
wins.
electrifying matches in the top 16 winner side, and I'm pretty sure the top 16 losers is not gonna fail to deliver in that regard. Like we said, we must kick things off here.
Jammer's making fun of Sajam's nose. Pass it on. Oh my God, Sajam's gonna be pissed, dude. Sajam's gonna be pissed when he hears about what Jammer said about his nose.
And as you can see it, the Moose
Damn, guy on the right is doing Party Crasher.
And the pride of Korea. It's been
Cool.
interesting because there has been an array of characters that Phenom has acquired for Capcom Cup, but he's kind of stuck with Cammy, the British espionage.
Jammer sounds like he's got a cold. To me, it sounds like someone on Saturday Night Live doing a fake English accent. Like it's really exaggerated, and he's got a high-ish voice
He was
too.
able to clutch it out in Group A yesterday after a lot of surprising results.
It just seems very exaggerated, like it's not natural. Like I don't know. I feel like it doesn't feel natural.
Really big contrast when you talk about
You know who's got a really clean commentary English accent? Both of them. Those twins, Mustard and Ketchup. Those guys have a very clean, like, sounds good, sophisticated. Logan's got a... The problem with Logan, sometimes he goes like, when he gets hyped, the sounds he makes. when Logan gets hyped, he makes funny sounds.
And let's not forget,
He makes funny sounds when he gets hyped.
This game week in, week out. They play
But I think he's good too. I think they all have good qualities. You know, the problem, if I'm gonna like
just to reiterate for you guys as well,
be a little Sajam and criticize, whoa, is that just me? F? Was that me?
NL came 4th place at Capcom Cup X last year.
It's good now, but was it them or me? It was them.
There's more than one path up the mountain.
Sajam Sabotage. I forget what I was even talking about.
Oh,
I was talking about my, if I were to criticize commentary, for me, they need to be funny. And I don't really think many commentators are very funny. If any. I think like, probably Yipes.
He's had moments where
Yipes is like the funniest commentator.
Those types of desperation work on
and I don't think anyone else is very funny, so I think Tasty Steve is a very funny guy, but he doesn't really make jokes on commentary. In general, he rarely even makes jokes.
Well, if they were looking at,
and I'm not talking about was. If we're gonna talk about was, that's a different story. I'm talking about now. Active commentators. Yeah, there have been funny commentators in the past, but this isn't the past.
It is there, right? But then maybe you might try to explore something about Phenom's defensive habits on the ground, because he can check a good drive rush, but
yeah, funny I think is very important. But that's just because I really love to laugh.
So this is gonna be.
I think Majin Obama is also in general a funny guy, but he doesn't make jokes. That's just how some people are, you know? You know Anakin, the Tekken player? He is a very funny guy, but he never makes jokes on camera. He only makes jokes when you're like in person. Same with Char, really. You know Char. Char is extremely funny, but he never makes jokes on camera. You know, he never makes jokes. But he's a very funny guy. Some people are just meant to be writers, and they don't have the delivery. You know?
To close this gap, yeah, trying to go for the spin knuckle in
racist joke, main. I didn't want to put any of them under the bus. Their entire repertoire of jokes is rated X, dude.
Rago high kick. Shout out to the F word there.
Rago. They actually put it in the game. That's actually called the Rago high kick.
Well, I'm kidding.
There we go, just caught him there, but they're gonna get a drive rush conversion into some sweet Oki. Plays it safe.
I'm rooting for Phenom.
I like how Phenom's been managing the neutral.
Personally,
but there's a substantial life lead on NL's side, so I do like this conservative and risk-averse approach right now. But everything can change at the drop of a hat.
And that hat could be I've already dropped.
Thanks Takamori-san and Scorpion Nose. Scorpion Nose.
He spent most of the
Thanks
time
Bangers Only.
That's the first big confirm that we were seeing for Phenom. Another one could happen. BD crouching heavy. Looking a little bit dry. And L can actually land it all here. Bust out that critical art. Man, It really is a game of inches when it comes to the way that these two have.
Oh, that's my favorite one. That is such a fucking
for a
awesome
solid 80
super, dude.
seconds.
That
But then
super
in the last few
animation
moments, we
is
started
just
massive conversions, and
A
it was alluded to.
plus.
But now I think
That
we're
is
picking
an
up the pace.
A
We need to turn
plus
to gear 2 on both
super
ends.
animation.
Here it
dude.
comes.
Yes.
Him
I like
opening
that.
his hand and then dropping a KKZ out of it is just a
But
A
notice how-
plus
notice how NL has
animation,
been
dude.
doing a
So
drive rush
good.
off the drive rush.
So
Now he's
good.
gonna EXT
Thank
goes
you.
up.
Thanks,
I haven't
Sad
seen the
Face.
backups just yet. We've seen a lot of the high level guys.
That
doing
is
backups
a
in certain
good ass
situations.
fucking
This is
animation.
the hooligan, unfortunately. That looked like an execution error.
Oh, most definitely. I was a little bit awkward too for him to actually answer with the demon raid with that hooligan. I have never seen that. So luckily, we don't get to switch sides, but Phenom creating a little bit of extra space away from the corner. Medium kick to Gage. NL not able to advance for free. And I like this counter poking situation. We have a level
Do you
3.
guys have an
It's
estimate
gonna be spent.
to
Very
how
expensive,
long
but
this is
albeit
supposed to last?
every round.
How
Pull
long
out
is this
the
supposed to
50
be
caliber and
like
get the
on?
snipe in because we're going to the final round here, and I think NL really tried to close out that round with a
while?
light into a drive rush.
3 to
counter
4
to
hours?
enough
9
resources to do
H?
so, But Phenom's crouching medium punch
What?
had other ideas.
What do you mean? I know it's top 16, but isn't top 16 only 4 hours total? It's already been on for an hour and 40 minutes. 3 more age. Have you noticed that there isn't a lot of downtime compared to what you'd come to expect from Capcom? The downtime is pretty quick. They're banging out matches, not bad. And there's no like stupid shit where Justin Wong's playing rock, paper, scissors, and they're like giving away egg rolls. There's no stupid shit, you know? Shit that nobody on earth gives a fuck about taking up our time. You know? I like that. I'll give them that. It's almost worth cutting off 50% of the screen. Almost. It almost makes up for that during the matches. Thanks, Sad Face.
One more hit now, especially for NL.
I think he wants that perfect parry into a button because that's
Yeah,
much
the whole
safer
thing
than
is
the spin
tonight.
knuckle read because he doesn't want to get checked. And a lovely anti-air with the Ghost Shoryuken. He will burn him out and he will
That
keep
was
that
sick.
done. And game 1
That's
will
gonna
be
hurt.
going to the strength of NL here, keeping it nice and simple.
Nice.
And we're going to get the face plant into the sip of Calamity. And we're going to move on to game 2.
You guys got to keep me up to date with the whole Say Jam versus Jammers story arc. I want to stay updated on that.
Oh, of course, if you can goad your opponent to do
I
so,
bet
because
you
the
Say
fireball,
Jam's
as you
chat
mentioned,
room's
is the
full
first
of
game.
people
They've been doing a lot
talking
of
about
work,
that, right?
Set the tone, let's set the pace. I want to see if you
Good
respond.
idea. That was a nice strap by Say Jam. Get a boost in view count, talk some shit. I should have thought of that.
Don't you ever.
I know
Probably wouldn't work
I
for
know
me.
exactly why you're saying that.
These
but
guys
the
are
way
too fucking loud.
Right, there hasn't been
Quiet.
any reads. He hasn't done a dive
Thanks, Seismic
He hasn't
Wolf.
done a spin knuckle. It's just
And
perfect
Sad
parry.
Face.
And he'll-
God awful commentary.
Phenom already at a dry gear disadvantage.
Shit's god awful, dude.
Thank you.
Pass it on, dude. I think both of these commentators fucking suck. Tell everyone out there I said so, dude. They all suck. All of them. That's the strat.
I think if he gets a small life lead and see how NL tries to respond to kind of reduce
Aris and Say Jam tag teaming Jammers. No way, dude. Say Jam's a bitch too. They're all trash, dude. We'll get to the end of the Royal Rumble and then I'll throw Say Jam's ass too. Throw his ass out of the top rope.
I don't think it's going to be enough at this point in time. Level 1.
Wake up, spin drive smasher there to give Phenom a lifeline.
Betrayed.
And he's not gonna have a lot of resources to work with, but if you get a couple of sequences and send NL to the corner, he's good. And there's one. Gotta watch out for the reversal.
That's
he's
tight.
gotta watch out for the reversal, and he
They all
did.
suck.
And he's gonna build a killer bee sting. He will burn him.
I
out,
think we
but
should
NL
really
still
start
has another
popularizing
defensive
talking
defense.
shit about commentators the same way we talk shit about players. Don't you think? I feel like commentators get away with too much. Don't you?
Of anything that can come his way, Vicious.
You know? They go unchecked. We do already? Well, it sounds like I'm not impressed. And you better step it up, is what I'm trying to say. Fake hype commentary. Sleeping Face? What, you don't like it when they speak like this?
Yeah, he definitely could have met him
I
mid-air.
fucking hate it too, dude.
NL changed the version of the
I hate
fireball
that
as
shit,
well.
dude.
He could have made
It
that
drives me
blockchain, but
crazy.
Phenom was going to input the DP anyway, which is completely fine. Because you should be doing things like
Hate
that
it.
on defense, and a lovely whip punish into the target combo. We're going to send him straight to the corner with that spiral arrow, and we're starting to see the Ghost Shoryukens on defense. They're starting to fly
That's
high.
esports.
Oh no, I didn't mean like that. I didn't
Yeah, it
mean
is.
like that. What are you doing, man?
It doesn't have to be. You know, you can do whatever you want. But people, instead of coming up with their own style, they kind of follow the style that is there. You know, default. You know, default created character commentator. Isn't commentary such a good opportunity to come up with something new to say? I always thought about that. Like, commentary is a great way to come up with something different or new to say. That's why Yipes is the GOAT. Dude, Yipes is the originator of that. Him, and he's among the originators of that. Saying things like, this is your opportunity to create something, you know? Like curly mustache, you know, that concept, the curly mustache concept, it's like, it's not just fighting game commentators who have done that. All types of commentators, Jerry the King Lawler, and, you know, all of them, you name it. Basketball, football, baseball, all the commentators, they have these. Yeah, Lee Chung, exactly. Lee Chung was good at that too. Lee Chung, you know what's something that I copied from him that I really liked about him? My favorite thing about Lee Chung is how he would call everyone an asshole. Like, he would call the players take that shit, asshole, like that. That's how he would do it. Block this overhead, asshole. I thought that shit was perfect. Perfect. It was so funny because it was so out of place. You know? It was so out of place to call this guy an asshole. You know, during commentary, I thought it was really funny, and I have done that. I learned that from him. Calling people assholes unnecessarily. Just taking it there. Shut up, asshole. I like that shit. He's good. Yeah, he was very funny. I liked him. Good commentary.
I was just about to ask for a sidebar. I was going to say, what are the chances, what are the odds of actually switching up to the Shoto? I wouldn't actually even think about trying to do that. I think his Cammy is more than effective to face off against anyone.
Paisai is good too. I liked him too.
It's similar to like the sunk cost fallacy.
I was an avid fan of watching Next Level Battle Circuit. Like, from Big 2 era, from even before Big 2. I forget what it was called before Big 2. It was called something else. Then it was called Big 2. Then it was called Next Level Battle Circuit.
Thank you.
Guard Crush, was that what it was called? Thanks Nice Shot and Weapon Minus and Feeling Koji and KFMS and Seismic Wolf and Sad Face. Thanks, bros. Dude, it was so fun to watch.
Onto the air approach, right? I mean, albeit it could be a little bit expensive.
Nice paragraph, shithead. You think that's a good idea, typing all that stupid shit into the chat room and hitting enter? I'm surprised.
That was sick! That was so sick!
Yo, NL's on smoke today. Good to
Well, I don't even feel like touching my mouse to shoot that guy. Not worth it.
Uh-oh. Awareness there with the throw tech from NL, and he's just gonna have to do it.
Hey, how do you guys feel about the boring level of this fight? Seems like for me, it's high. Why do you think that is? This fight specifically feels more boring than the other ones so far. Maybe we're not emotionally invested in either of the players. When Broski plays, I'm gonna sit up straight. We're rooting for him.
Thank you.
It's because of the commentary being awful? Yeah, I think it's the shitty-ass fucking commentary, dude. That's what I think it is. You know? god-awful, shitty-ass commentary, dude.
But at what cost? Oh, it caught the back.
That's what I'm saying.
And in return,
I'm with you on that.
Burnout, but he will. Yes, I like that.
Fucking stinks.
Why not? By his own volition, I want to take this win. I am hungry to proceed further in this bracket. One bind into that level 3 and he's done.
Could be via light kick, fist. Who knows? Oh, that's so sad.
Thanks, Bloodwork and Night Shop and Clarissa.
I don't think he'll have a chance for the rest of this round. That's for damn.
Sorry, may I know what's your GPU?
Exactly what we had prefaced it with, right?
You don't have to apologize. What was that show about Clarissa? Clarissa Explains It All. Remember that show on Nickelodeon? I remember that show. I don't remember what my GPU is. It's a Castrol GTX 8090 100 Pimps Only Edition, I think. It's a 3090. It's a 3090.
Snausages.
Thanks, god-awful schnoz. Damn, how does Sajam feel about jammers talking shit about his nose, dude? He must be pissed. That's fucked up. I heard about that. I heard about that. Jammers was talking hella shit about Sajam's nose. I wonder how he feels about that.
Despite the life deficit and 38 seconds left on the clock,
Sajam is short. I don't think he is. I'm pretty sure he's like my height or maybe a little shorter than me. I can't remember though, honestly. It's been a long time since I've stood up next to him. I don't know. I'm short too. I mean, it depends on who asks. I'm taller than a lot of people. I definitely don't feel short at all.
It's a 10% that last hit, so it should take him out.
Okay.
I'm 5'10".
Good call. You pulled the calculator for that one. I saw you. Excellent work. I was a little bit concerned.
But I stand up like Blanca, so I don't look 5'10". I just don't stand up straight. My default fighting stance is like crouched down like a ghoul. But when I win, dude, stand up straight. Ha 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 ha. Like fucking Honda, dude. Yeah, dude. Hell yeah.
Dive kick. Now you got me thinking about my student loans, brother. We got the aggression coming in now. Again, that dive kick has been paying off dividends. Thus far, any air approach from Phenom has not been challenged. Majority of them, I should say.
I like that back heavy kick after the stampeding punch, just in case Phenom tried to backdash to avoid a throw, because there was significant frame advantage there. But Phenom, being resilient, low on drive gauge, but let's see if his drive gauge...
Man, that's tight, dude. I wish I could, like, just talk to Sajam and see what he has to say about this guy. Talk some shit. I mean, honestly, I don't know this guy at all. You know, I've never met him. The first time I ever heard of him was in an event like this. I've only heard of this guy, you know? And I know Sajam. So, like, if this were, like, a street fight, I would definitely have Sajam's back. Unless, like, the other guy has a gun, then I don't even know Sajam. Never even heard of him. But they don't have guns over there. Where he's from. I don't even think cops have guns over there. Cops over there have like horses or something. I don't think cops have guns over there.
You haven't really been laser focused on your aerial approach. So, okay, like you said, let's make it count when it needs to happen. Potential match point here.
What is all this?
Takes a grab.
Whoa. That is cool. That is cool. My friend sent me pictures of him sitting in a DeLorean.
There we go. He has to pile on the pressure now, but Phenom has to
jealous.
Not to overexert himself or with a normal here, because he's in trouble if he gets hit.
Still dangerous territory.
Chili dog. I had a sandwich for dinner. It was aight.
Super art department, and now needs a singular hit again.
I love his patience, I love his respect. There's the anti-air, and that's gonna clip, because that turns into a 2-frame SA3, and that is gonna knock Phenom out of the tournament here.
How much did he lose?
Gets a fantastic conversion.
Ouch. Big money. That was a slow, agonizing match.
To the big prize money here at Capcom Cup 11.
He was a double agent. He was given
Hey, happy Big Friday.
His own government. That was actually
Is it an electric DeLorean? No.
Really kind of just like grasp the idea of like the ground game and seeing Cammy and Akuma on the screen, you would think to yourself, like, you know, Akuma could definitely
Thanks, LA girls are rude. That's weird. I wouldn't say so.
Cammy has the superior, in my opinion, one of the more superior airborne approaches. But NL,
That's
again,
a weird thing to say. I've never even heard anyone say that.
It's one having the discipline for it, and also to have the execution.
But then let's look at the strategy.
But
right?
whatever.
It started out with just safe pokes, regular fireballs. We saw Phenom reciprocating in a safe manner as well. And then Phenom went, hang on a minute. You haven't anti-aired yet. You're too
That guy
busy
stinks.
focused on the ground. You're too busy being cognizant of the ground. Let me try and exploit
He's
the
just
weakness.
ugly. Damn, you guys are sure hating on that guy.
And he did get away from the dive kicks, but
I
for
don't
the
know.
most part, they'll block.
I don't know what his problem
They
is.
were pretty much blocked. But then NL goes, I'm gonna keep letting you do that. And
Thanks,
note
Fruit
that
Punch.
for later in the set,
Thanks,
when
God
NL
Awful
we
Schnoz.
started to see EXD
Thanks
Ps
again,
come out, we started to see
Clarissa.
regular reverse come out. And then just to close
I think
it
it's
out, cherry on top of the
80-90
cake,
or
we did
30-90,
see
whatever the fuck it is.
TP into level 3 there. So honestly, this was a fantastic set to kick things off in this top 16 losers side.
Beautifully well played from NL, surviving another round of the onslaught here that is Capcom Cup. These guys, again, so bloodthirsty. But Phenom had some really brilliant choices as well, knowing when NL would try to advance forward and try to get those sneaky frame traps by those little micro steps. And it happens a lot, right? You see the character kind of move forward, you're so tempted to press a button. I think Phenom
Hating
in
is
general
fun.
had a pretty decent time.
It's insane how you can't tell the difference between a replay or a live match in this, except for the little tiny red box on the bottom that says replay.
He was just as deadly. You see that level 3 locked in, it's like, man,
But again, I should really not complain. The downtime of this tournament overall is pretty impressive for Capcom. They are so crazy about ads and annoying ass shit, dude. Annoying ass shit, dude. They have like pro players play Jenga against each other in the egg roll corner of the week. That fucking sucks. Here we go, Broski. Look, man, Broski, you gotta do this, dude. If you don't win this, that means we've been looking at your dick all week for nothing. Beat his ass, dude. He can do it. You can do it, dude. He can do it. He's got this.
I think he just you see most of the practice happening on his stream.
Thanks, Bargain Sayjam hates Sayjam 100, and thanks, Quan. Thanks, Gay, for rip.
It's all there, right? These two players
Tokido-san.
are fan favorites in their own right, and I'm pretty sure they're going to garner even more fans by the end of this set here.
Now, one of the conversations we had backstage, obviously highlighting this particular matchup, Tokido facing off against an Aki, a character specialist.
Ken.
Broski, Aki, I should say. He's had this type of experience with people.
Broski is fucking dead. Damn, Broski hater. You never know, man. He could win. I believe in him.
Imagine they had that one-on-one. They've had that time to theory
I believe in him.
But in your opinion,
Excuse me.
how do you feel Tokido going
Get him.
against this particular matchup?
Broski, give it to him.
Well, Run Shoryuken plays a massive role in this matchup. It avoids the
Oh,
nightshade pulse.
you.
It can get past or whip punish a light serpent. And
Damn.
It can help out with certain things. So Broski has to be very
She's such a
attentive
weird
towards his
character.
spacing. But then when you
Slimy.
get trapped in the corner as Aki,
Uh-oh.
it is
Oh, no.
Butt hash. Jack Miller, Fox 30 News.
Okay.
I think one of the things we talked about
Raiden.
too prior to coming up on stage is that Broski could be a little bit more aggressive
Okay.
than most Akis have.
Overhead.
All 4 of them in the world, right? But
Oh,
so,
yes.
this type of different
And he's
look,
poison
might not be
again.
poison is taken down with back
Oh!
throws. You could
He
have been
can't
able to
stop
spike
him
that, I
there?
think.
Off of a whiff throw? Oh, no. That sucks ass. This situation is terrible. Oh, God. I knew it. Man, it was over the moment the position changed. He jumped out of the corner.
Doesn't get the better of him.
Damn it. Does she not have good
We
anti-airs?
talked about it. Drive rush is an integral part of Aki's gameplay.
That
Massive
must
range
be
of
what's
punishing,
going on
big
here. Her
strength
ant-
to
she
strength of that
does?
character. And he is one of the most intricate and optimal Akis we will see in this game's lifespan.
He's poison
Oh, that's a
again. But this
beautiful
time it
ball
was a
out
good
against
read
that
on the
check.
fireball.
Knowing full well it wasn't gonna be fast
But
enough.
look,
Ooh,
corner
check
trap.
right. Spinning that level 2 already.
That's
Tokido.
not good position. Oh, no. Oh, he got lucky. Oh, fuck. Okay, lucky again, but burned out. Gets out of there. Buy some time. Okay. Buying more time. Oh!
That looks
No.
like it was blocked.
Oh, fuck. I thought there was some kind of interaction that I didn't know about. What was that about, dude? Thanks, chubby motherfucker. And raise some lumps for sin. And thanks again, gay, for rip. Come on, broski.
A little bit of a shaky start here for Broski. You know, at one game, the anti-air still intact with the crouching roundhouse. So active with Broski. Let's see if he can stop some of the drive rush approaches.
Defense. Oh, yes. Damn, that was pretty good. Between the funky kicks or whatever. I forget what they're called. Maybe that is what they're called. Funny kicks? Are they called funny kicks? I can't remember what they're called.
That's going to be exploited later. Perfect parry. Can he get the grab? Yes, he will.
Funny kicks. Cool.
Neutral jump instead of a forward jump. I like that because he was probably going to get anti-aired, and Broski looked like he was ready for it. But this is going to be massive here for Tokido. Chases him down once again.
Damn, the offense, and now he's burnt and turned.
That drive rush just to get that burnout against Broski. You can see him getting that crouching roundhouse ready.
Yes! Thank you. That wasn't... He couldn't do more than that? Oh! Watch it. Oh, yeah, get the hell out of... Okay, perfect. That was fucking good. That was fucking good, dude. He needed that. That was big.
Some way, shape, or form, so he could clip him with a punish counter drive impact. But he takes that round in game 2.
I definitely choked on my spit when I saw the roundhouse. I thought it was gonna whiff. I genuinely thought it was gonna whiff. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Well, one thing I like that Tokido's
doing yes.
so far, great conversion into the heavy serpent latch there, and another throw tech. Tokido's got to be careful, man.
Oh! Yes! Exactly that. And this is gonna be big because he's poisoned and wake up, safe jump. Oh, anti-air! Don't do that. Still poison. Okay. That's a nice chunky lead. Yes!
Into the claws of Yazi. Thank you. And we're gonna get a
1-1.
And the scoreline in this best of 5.
Nice. Nice. This is very doable, dude. This is very doable. It can be done, dude. It can be done. Keep the momentum going. Keep it going now. Yes, confident. Put shit out there on the screen, dude. Never heard of him.
I think overall she's got the most sauce, man. She is so
yes. Aw, that was bullshit. It looked like it should have hit. That was bullshit. He's in trouble. Yeah, get out of there. Still good. Didn't pay that much. Oh no! Oh my god, he's fucking up now. He's fucking up now. Yes! No! Very nice. That was very nice. Oh god, sloppy. What's going on here, dude? Keep it together, man. This is essential. Yes!
Thank you.
Woo! Nice damage.
Alright, gets a grab again. Tokido, what's the choice gonna be?
Tied up.
And
oh! What? No! What the fuck was that? Was that a mistake? That seemed like he threw it away. I mean, I don't know what all the options are. That sucked. Felt like he threw that away without me knowing.
9 times out of 10 in this set thus far. He's making sure Broski reacts to things as much as possible, make him alert and divert his attention from what he really wants to do.
Jesus, a barrage of damage going into Broski.
That is not good.
Pretty close to getting burnt out as well. Extra damage on. Oh no, I lied.
No anti-air.
Fuck. Perfect KO.
Anybody in the chat said they would have blocked that? Ain't no way.
That was like a 4-frame rollback delay from Broski's end. I'm actually not sure what he was expecting.
Thanks, Master Champ, for gifting 5 subs. And Beetle, whatever. And thanks, Etro and Muscle Mommy. Thanks, guys. Come on, broski. It's your last chance, dude. We believe in you.
He is dancing. He is shimmying right in front of Broski as well.
Show him your dick, dude. Through the sweatpants. Show him that shit during the ceremony where they crown the top 8, dude.
That was meticulous spacing there outside of the light serpent rash range. I'm not sure if exactly that's what he was looking for, but hey, he got the punish and he's locked Broski down in the corner before the positional advantage.
Oh no, he's showing you his dick right now. Wake ups.
Hey man, he's been unpredictable 9 times out of 10 in this
poison.
Broski's trying to play catch up here. second best in most departments. Good block.
Nah, he's gonna block that dude. But at least he's in. Oh, was that a punish?
Way too close there.
Oh no.
Nice shade pulls.
Oh no! Come on, last chance.
I wonder if standing roundhouse would have been a little bit more.
It's not over,
I don't
dude.
think so. I think
Miracles happen.
Regardless
Watch.
of what button he would have used there, but it's going to be match point.
They happen.
Takedo, so Broski's going to have to pull a capybara, not a rabbit out of that. It's going to have to be a capybara out of that.
Yes.
Serpent lash again. And another throw tech here. He's confident in his defensive choices against Takedo.
Uh-oh.
What I've been seeing.
That's not good. Green stuff, wake ups. Pressure. Nice! Yes, that's important. That's important. Wake ups. Green. Oh, he's not going to fall for it.
That overhead has not been effective against Takedo thus far.
Yeah.
He's got a condition to block, but I'm not sure Broski's going to get another chance.
Oh, no. This is so bad. Okay, he didn't fall for the shimmy.
Broski has to be
No, the overhead. Oh, you're dead. That's it. Man, fuck. Nice games, Broski. Does anyone know how much money Broski won? Good games, man. I think it's awesome that he made it to top 16.
And you can hear the roar in this stadium right now. Absolutely phenomenal.
Not to mention they're in Japan. That's a tough opponent to beat. Oh, shit. Cash in the checks. Cash in the clear eyes checks.
I gotta say, man, Broski has been mad inspirational.
Good games, Broski. You fought hard.
He's had me playing Aki. He's had a handful of my friends playing Aki.
He won $3,000? That's not bad. Winning $3,000 while making everyone look at your dick? That's not bad at all, dude. Nice plus 3K. Not to mention memory of a lifetime. Thanks, Yalmo.
There was just so much blood and determination.
Congrats, dude. Good games. And also get owned by Tokido. Break time shot of Iran. Okay. We're gonna get up and stretch. We'll be back. You guys enjoyed this Corn Nuts replay. Look at that! The only difference between the main stream and the replay is this box on the bottom that says replay. That's fucking stupid. That is fucking stupid. Can't even tell when it's live.
I don't think I saw enough drive rush
So small. Anyway, thanks Tom Bombadilla. I'll be back 5 to 7. Gotta remember to stretch, bros. Drink water, etc.
You're looking at the amount of drive rushes from both ends. I feel like if you talk or if you really think about how many times Broski had tried to do that and implement his offense, I don't know how successful he had been against Tokido. And even so, if he did land those hits, it weren't, you know, it didn't lead to as much damage or as much control that he would like to. But Tokido moving on, he has to fight against Fudo.
Oh, that's going to be an all-Japanese affair, yeah.
That's right, but now, Mena RD versus Cien. Yo, I saw Cien prepping in the corner of the practice room, and I had to ask him, with how many characters that Mena RD has under his belt and his newfound Bison, it was a very silly question on my end. I'm like, are there any characters that you feel like you wouldn't want to play against? He said, he looked at me, he smiled genuinely, and he said, I'm ready for it all. I swear to you, verbatim, he smiled at me, he said, I am ready for it all.
He was one of my sleeper picks to go really far in the cup. I think this was a position, or maybe it might have been the next round. I don't think Cien made top 8 last year. I think he just got 9th or 13th, so he did pretty well. Now, he dominated his group throughout the group stages here at Capcom Cup 11. And I was thinking about this as well. I was proper ruminating on it last night. I'm thinking, with all the characters and the discipline that Mena has, which one is Jan most likely to prepare for? Because you can prepare for 1 or 2, but you can consciously think about the others. Yeah. But if he's ready for all of them, and he knows DJ is a dent or a thorn in Mena RD's side,
yes,
you can run with that psychological warfare.
Yeah. Between myself and Jammers, we had talked about it. The 2 candidates that we felt like Mena was going to pick was either Bison or Blanca, but we both feel like the Blanca would have been much more comfortable. But the actual reveal of it all has led us to a different path, and you'll see in just a bit.
When I
he's finalized this character for this specific
For Mike's honor.
He probably knew this from the moment he knew he was going to fight Cien in the groups, to be honest. Probably knew what he was going to do. A little bit of a shaky start with the group stages, but hey, this is a double elimination. He's very good in this territory. He's a 2-time Capcom Cup champion. Ambassador. And he's got massive fans here. You can hear them roaring in the background. It will be Luke going up against DJ here.
Damn, that was fast.
No context dash early there from Xian, just to set the pace. See how Mena tries to weather the storm here. Maybe delayed crouching medium punches. Gonna get a clean jump in there and flash knuckle his way across the screen, Vicious.
Out of there as well. At least clearing himself away from the corner is pretty important. The delayed tech now from Xian, opting to go for the feints this time. Mena actually did bite from further on with that jump. Didn't really lead to much though. Sobot, counter hit now from NRD, flexing that medium.
I mean, Xian's mastery of air slasher just in general, the feint, the heavy version, the EX version, you name it, just how he utilizes it and watch how his opponents react, whether it be at any sort of level here, is absolute mastery. When you're in burnout, good luck. My commiserations, honestly. Drive rush is in. Oh, look at that. I like it.
Just trying to avoid the danger, right, of that drive rush, or at least give yourself a little bit more leeway to react to it, potentially.
Well, look, he's got a considerable life lead. Why do you need to go forward? Not yet, anyway.
Absolutely. It covers a lot of the options, right? You're able to react to a fireball. You're able to react if TJ goes green. I'm liking this pace that Mena RD setting. Yeah, even when it's not his turn, he backs away with an immediate backdash, hugging the corner a little bit.
Oh, he tried to do a delayed parry there, and any hit will do it. Stand medium kick, stand light kick, you name it. Let's get the poke. DI!
Beautifully done!
That's the thing. Xian needed anything to kind of happen there. And Mena RD knew you weren't going to react accordingly, but he's going to get a back throw there, back to the neutral. And what a check with that crouching medium punch. A wild combo. The damage game.
Anticipating that neutral jump was specifically for the Sobot, right?
I believe so. Jump fierce. Good block. I can hear Cabba in the background shouting.
That's true.
I can literally hear Cabba in the background.
Hey, how long has it been since we heard that, right? It's been too long. He's been nerfed season after season. There it is. I love it. All right, so, again, this is the type of pacing that we're going to expect from NRD. He's going to hug this life lead for so long, and that's totally fine with him. A couple of fireballs from this distance. He
I'm muted.
can kind of keep
I said so much funny shit, dude. You guys missed out. Oh man, I gotta thank you again? Fuck! Hey, thanks ITT Technical Institute. Fuck. Thanks Menu RD and Zian versus Gutex. And thanks Tom Bombadilla. I said so much funny shit.
Thank you.
Thanks Greg Helms and Moon2 Pregario. Thanks.
Burn him out. He's got to burn him out here. And he's going to cancel into the weekend festival. Now that actually, I'm not sure if that's going to burn him out because sometimes checking it out. Let's find out.
I'm rooting for Zian, dude. I like him. I like Menu as well. I'm a fan of both players. But I think I'm leaning towards Zian.
This is what I was talking about with his pressure. Oh, hang on a minute. He's going to get his gauge back. Fully recovered and open for business.
Hope you're doing all right, man.
I'm doing great. Thanks. Your name? Thanks. Hope you're doing all right too.
Now that was very tense because
yeah, I'm doing good. Life can really be weird sometimes, but overall, I'm grateful to be a part of it. No, I didn't invent calling him Menu. Someone donated to me with the name Menu RD. That was funny as fuck, dude. The funny part about that is it's just one letter off. I really love it when things are close.
Jack Miller, Fox 30
you know,
News.
that's like one of my favorites when it's really close.
Does RD stick to that exact game
like you know, whatever the fuck it is, just one, like very close.
If he's going to be willing to play that aggressive game to force the issue
that's a good one. Menu.
Establish a livelihood of
Menu. It's also such a creative insult for a fat guy because it's not necessarily like an insult. It's just a noun, you know. And usually insults are adjectives. Usually they're descriptive words, you know? But this is just another word, a noun. It's a very funny insult to me. I like it. It's a very, like, clever joke.
Defense here, not flinching with the throw tech is Xian, but one drive rush cancel from either of these guys should close out the round. And they were looking for it, and Mena moves out of the way, gets that whip punish, and will close out that round with the rising uppercut.
It was looking so well for Xian right out the gate. The aggression coming in with a drive rush from Menard and a throw, a big punish counter.
I think there's a range Menace found where if Xian goes to the crouching BD punch...
I'm almost done. Oh, I am done. I finished my coffee. I don't think I'm going to have to poop. I don't really drink coffee that much anymore. I was really into it for a little while. Stopped really working.
And just like that, gets himself out of jail. Or so we thought. You were on parole, breaking the law yet again. Keep him in the cell.
And he's going to go for the greatest Sobat here, and it's not going to get the round, but he can still chip him out with the medium.
6 shots and no poop. That's a bad sign. Why is that?
Really trying to keep himself.
I think it's just not effective on me. It's not like I have. I'm very regular. Like clockwork, dude, every day. And right around when I wake up. Also, you know, recently I've been doing a good job of making it all the way through the night without getting up to take a piss. That shit is awesome. Not that it really bothers me that much. I go right back to bed, but no one likes getting up for that. This shit's pretty cool. What's your secret there? I really don't know, man. I don't know. It's not like, cause, okay, so I like to drink a ton of water before I go to bed. And there's nothing that's gonna change that, you know? I like to drink a lot of water before I go to bed. So I don't really have a good strat. Not having diabetes is a good strat for that. Well, I mean, yeah, funny joke, but a lot of people get up skinny, fat, healthy, unhealthy. A lot of people have to pee in the middle of the night, especially in the winter when it's cold. I think the colder it is, the more likely it is that you have to do that. Damn, Xian's shitting on him right now. Ooh, he's shitting. Oh, baited, dude. He even jerked. Did you see him, like, jerking for wake-ups, and then it baited the uppercut like he was doing a move? That was nice. He even jerked on fake jerk.
Definitely pressing the issue, making the right calculated maneuvers. Blocking correctly against the OD uppercut.
Give it to him, Xian.
Good defense, yes, and I like that.
Yes.
If he does flash, sorry,
oh my god.
It's going to go the wrong way, and then Mena can chase it down. I've seen a couple of players try to exploit that about Xian, but he's just blocking and taking the sequence.
How does Sajam feel about this god-awful commentary, dude?
Could spend the bar to dish out the rest of the damage. Level 2.
Alright, it's going to be a Razor that should close this one out here for Mena.
Let me know. He hates it? Let Sajam know that I fucking hate this commentary too. I stand with Sajam. Fucking sucks ass, dude.
And again, being a little bit stubborn with those jumps there. Drive rush in, nice clip.
I hate it too. It's so rare that we get to see Sajam hate on stuff. Might as well, like, embrace it.
Into the weekend festival, and he's going to try and recuperate as much drive gauge as possible here because he is in burnout, but Mena is close to being burnt out here. These guys are going to fight.
Oh, yes.
Still pretty huge. Xian also, while on offense, he's alive.
Oh,
get his drive gauge back.
He wants out.
Yellow
ooh, man, right when he got it back.
He's out again.
Backdash. Man, Xian's good, but ouch.
Boxed in that corner.
Nice jump! Oh man, it looked like he could. Oh no! It looked like he could punish. What the fuck is going on, dude? What is going on here, dude? Lots of scrambling. Sloppy as hell.
Because again, whoever loses this is going home. So you're gonna feel those tense vibes.
That burglar, the burglar style of beanie is always funny, dude. Fat burglar, dude. I like that burglar beanie style.
Dude, I've been saying this from Street Fighter 5.
He's ready to burgle.
When you have to play Luke and get a perfect flash knuckle to get like the wall bounces and stuff, that can throw you off a little bit. I know these guys are the creme de la creme, but sometimes that can just throw.
This is a good fight.
Without a doubt, yeah, it happens to the best of us, that is for sure. When RD sticking to his guns, it's gonna be Luke.
He believes in this strategy, man, and I think this is probably the best pick he has out of all the characters he has in the roster, right?
Whoa.
The overhead does find success. That's the first time we've seen the walk back check with the sweep. Yeah, and he's not even trying to master charge as much, right? You can still see him pivoting forward a little bit.
Super clutch.
Could have picked up a juggle there from that drive rush jab against a flowing opponent, but I don't think he was quite ready for it.
I like that angle too, when you see the shallow jump, just using Fierce to kind of get yourself out of the way and clear up the space.
Miscalculation.
There we go, forward throw again.
Damn, this game's crazy. It's only crazy because it's for $1 million, really.
Oh, he tried. That was mad unfortunate. The angle just was not
I mean, anything becomes crazy if it's for $1 million.
That's the right idea there, but very fortuitous from Mena.
It gets crazy.
Waited for any sort of option. A backdash came, and a delayed crouching medium punch.
Thanks,
there, so me plop.
Thanks, Simply Henri and Diet, and thanks, Shawn Michaels is a sexy boy. Appreciate you guys a lot.
It's too intense. It's way too intense to call. Cien trying to scooch on in there. I like him because of the ranges. That's plus
thanks, Cisco. The Thing song? I can't tell if that's a real typo or a fake typo. Thing song? That's a fake typo. Yeah, no one's falling for that, dude. Nice, shitty typo. I guess the chat room loved it, but I'm not impressed. Thanks, though.
Alright, Hail Rider. Working its magic. Let's find out if that final hit does it. I think he might still be alive.
Oh! You went against your own rule, Jammers. I was actually surprised you let it rip with that statement towards the end.
Well, he started it with crouch medium kick, right?
Yeah, he did. Actually,
was it crouch medium kick? I think it was.
Perhaps.
I heard Monster Hunter is the fastest selling Capcom game in history. Hey, what's up, Capcom? How's it going?
Wait.
Seem like you're really impressed with yourself.
I mean, that would have been great if, you know, Mena RD decided to throw tech and Cien had the proper...
That guy, that bot right there that said that is probably in every restreamer's chat right now. Simultaneously, if you look at the VOD for Sajam's chat, he's in there. It was deployed all at the same time. Deploy that shit. Best selling game ever. Hey, what's up, Capcom? Stupid bitch. Do you remember when the last Pokemon game came out? It was like a complete buggy mess with terrible reviews. And shortly after, Nintendo announced that it was the best-selling Pokemon game in history.
The trophy's mine!
I just want to bring that to your attention. Take from it what you will.
Projectiles are still there. They are still there for both of them.
Final game.
Oh, and a throw tech there as well. Discipline.
Nice-oo. The end.
Took that for Cien. I need a heartbeat monitor for these guys, man. I need to find
heartbeat monitor. Monitor. They don't like teas, dude. You don't like that shit.
First big jump that we've seen from the knee bazooka.
I don't like teas.
That's not guile, excuse me. Jumping knee, whatever. Forward throw now.
This is not good. Mena hasn't got any super to work with either. He still has a rising rocket to work with, but drive rushes in for the trade. Not looking good for Mena.
Excellent call out against the feint.
Dude, the temerity to do that right now, he needs this, man. Mena needs a clean
Zian's got this.
Oh, almost got the clean jump.
I mean,
trying to press the
Mena RD's got this. Oh, God. Mashing on supers while you're getting comboed is some fucked up shit, dude.
Thank you.
While you're getting comboed? That is some fucked up shit.
He's clipped him. And there you have it. The conversion from the drive.
Nice. Look at that smile. Look at that smile, dude. How much did he win? Oh, man. Devastation. He won a lot of money there. Hey, shake my hand.
But well played to Cien, the Singaporean representative.
Money, money, money.
And he's still alive here, Vicious.
I am a little bit speechless. You see the emotions on the screen too. What could have happened if Mena RD had progressed, but on the upside, again, Cien making it further into this very big run that he's had. Amazing performances throughout his group stages, and now taking down one of the most intimidating opponents that he could ever face.
That was a tough set.
Hey man, intimidating is the correct word for the strongest ball, and you know what? I love the way Mena was able to handle burnout.
Dude looks like the Grinch. You know what I really hate is this modern like format of insults that start with the word dude or bro. If you look at any YouTube video, if you look at the comments, there are so many comments that start with bro or dude. Bro said, bro looks like, dude looks like, bro looks like, dude looks like, dude said. That format, I don't like it at all. And I only brought it up because you tagged me specifically. You said, at avoiding the puddle, dude looks like the Grinch or whatever. And I was thinking to myself, I don't even know who he's talking about. That's how bad of a joke that is. Not to mention that the format is in an obnoxious format. Anyway, better luck next time with that joke. God-awful comedian over here. That's sick.
Xian didn't really tech on defense, but also, like I said, and I repeated it numerous times, at a certain angle, he is not trying to do jackknife max man.
Not at all.
He's just gonna block, or he's gonna try to walk under, which he got a couple of walk under punish counters.
He actually got like a fierce and then backdash, or actually no, he did like
That's a decent insult format, saying what they look like, but it has to be funny. You know, like that guy in that video where they say he looks like Buzz Lightyear. That is like the prime example of use of that joke. You know, something that is identifiable by everyone in your audience. That's the key. You have to, like, the insult has to be something that anyone would laugh at. You know, like Cash Detroit. I told my mom about that, and she laughed hysterically. And she doesn't know who Flash Metroid is, or any detail. She doesn't know what Metroid is. She doesn't even know what Metroid is. So you don't need to know those details. All you have to do, all I did was explain to her that this guy named Flash Metroid owed this other guy money, and so people were calling him Cash Detroit. And that alone was enough. So that's how you know. As long as like the joke is reaching a broad audience, you know, everyone knows who Buzz Lightyear is. I mean, it also has to be funny too. Like, who the fuck on screen even looked like the Grinch there? No one.
If you're looking at it, he has 3 of those 4 under
that I could think of.
Right, he's had so many different training partners. He's also in a generation of very high-leveled character specialists. With that in mind, but my just
Cash Detroit,
if need be, and I'm very interested to see if that comes out.
Well, Xiaohai, I think he said earlier in the week that he actually praises the character pretty highly. Thinking that
oh damn, Shanghai.
I don't particularly.
I guess I gotta root for Shanghai because I don't even really know the other guy.
I think it's a little bit annoying, but obviously the character's just come out. We need a little bit more time for the character to marinate and flesh things out. But hey, listen, Xiaohai is your EWC champion. He
thumbs
I
up.
wouldn't say put it on the map, but I think he made people reconsider certain character combinations. We saw it in Season 1 with Mena RD, with the Luke and the Blanca. In Season 2, probably the most prominent pairing was Bison and Ken, because when you saw him do it, you're like, hang on, he might be onto something here.
That's right, and he's been a veteran of a multitude
Thanks, Supersonic. Thanks, Bowling, for Cisco. And Cisco, the thing song.
Since he was a kid, quite literally, right?
Thanks.
So, I think he'll be just fine being able to exercise all of these options if need be. It's really up to Shuto to manage them all. And it's so
I've only fallen asleep inside a movie theater that I paid for twice in my whole life. And once was for the movie Shanghai Noon. And the other one was in the movie, it was like the second or third movie about Sherlock Holmes. Those are like the 2 movies I fell asleep in ever. I always thought it was such a waste of money.
Thought he was going to pick Akuma for a little bit, but he stuck with the Ken. But that allows new rising stars
falling asleep in the movie.
And I have been thoroughly impressed by what this man Shooter has been doing.
Sleepenheimer? I like that movie. But I mean, you know, everyone's different. I can't expect a 15-year-old fucking moron to like a movie like that. It would be weird if you liked it.
I like how he uses Demon Fit after certain fireball situations. Yeah, it's all there, man. He knows how to utilize the Swiss Army knife, as people like to call it.
I'm still stuck on Shuto's.
Damn, the crowd woke up. I like that.
SFL with Goki, or Akuma, excuse me, him trying to take advantage of the Demon Raid all the time. He was so obsessed with that move, it looked like. But here we go, Xiaohai versus Shuto. Game 1, Bison is the choice for Xiaohai. Shuto trying to manage it with the Akuma pick.
Oh, that's a punish right off rip there. That was a poorly spaced light knee press there. And here it is. The momentum's coming in. Unfortunately, he didn't get... I'm not sure what that was. I said light kick, but I'm not sure he wanted to tuck to or something there. Not sure that would have worked.
Did you hear Nolan is making an Odyssey movie next? Okay, I don't know who Nolan is, and I don't know what an Odyssey movie is. So I don't really like you right now. I'm just telling you right now. I don't really like you. You remind me of that guy who tagged me and said, "Bro looks like the Grinch." You remind me of that guy. You're just as fucking funny as that guy, which is 0%. Just tagging me and shit. What are you fucking talking about?
Thank you.
Anyway, hope you're having a good day.
Sir, punishing the parry, dash up on in there, back-to-back throws. Another one will be, ooh.
Bro looks like Nolan. Yeah, he does.
Shuto has the bomb on him, an important tech at that. He gets the chill back.
Who the fuck is Nolan?
You saw the perfect parry again. Not too bad.
You don't know?
It was a rocket, but he's getting thrown up.
He might be able to pilfer this round.
This guy doesn't know who Nolan is. Hey, thanks, Angel Buff.
Pop off. Immediately after.
Little pop off.
You know what I've noticed, especially with the Japanese Akumas when they go up against Bison, is when you drop that Psycho Mine on them, they are not afraid to DP and let you know what's up. They'll let you know what the
When is like the other... What other fucking tournaments even exist? CEO and Combo Breaker and Evo. That's it, right? The only tournaments that even exist now are those 3 tournaments, and they're all ran by the Hado, right? And Jabali, basically. Jabali and the Hado, they're the last men standing. The Ultimo Tournament Operator Hombres.
You know what? Might as well.
Yeah, I think for Zhao Hai, it was just a poor start. I don't want to be over-aggressive.
Frosty is ran by Jabali, and so is DreamHack. Those are all Jabali. So they're the last men standing. The Hado and Jabali.
No, down.
Thanks, Tubbs. Thanks for the $30, man. Birthday cut. Hey, happy birthday. I'm assuming it's your birthday.
He's not done, but the back fist combo will come on. Actually, I tell you a lie.
Press Nightmare, not quite dead. Lot of space to get that medium kick to react to anything.
If I were you, I'd be very careful the types of jokes I make in here. You might get vaporized by me. It's really unnecessary for you to try and make any kind of jokes at all, really, because, I mean, I'm assuming you like it here. Are you aware that people who are banned can no longer even watch the stream? I want you to be aware of the sentence in case you're thinking of committing a crime.
You guys are playing a game of chicken with the bomb. You guys are hilarious.
Sajam's not liking this commentary? Yeah, me either, dude. This commentary fucking sucks ass. Pass it on, dude. It's trash. It fucking sucks. Man, that's crazy how all Sajam has to do is say something is god-awful and the word gets out. I talk shit about everything 24 hours a day and no one says nothing about it. What gives, dude? I yell that shit out to the sky. You suck. And no one listens. Sajam's like, yeah, this guy's not that good. And everyone on Earth. Aris, did you hear? Like, brew. So what? Yeah, he sucks. They all fucking suck, dude.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay, I like that double dash there.
Anyway.
Makes a lot of sense.
They make articles about you. Dragon's Dogma article? That was tight. I should put that shit on my resume. Quotation marks. It just sucked ass. Cool. Sajam's commentary is top notch. That shit fucking sucks too, dude. They all fucking suck, dude. All of them. Pass it on. They all stink. Pass it on.
Thank you.
100. Yeah, 100. Thanks, Tubbs. Thanks, man. Happy birthday. Thanks, Lookout Giraffe.
Thank you.
Thanks, Mr. Chimp. Thanks, guys. Thanks for the 5 gifted subs. I'm kidding, of course. I consider Sajam to be a friend of mine. This other Jam, I don't think he's god-awful. But I do think that his English accent is fake as fuck, dude. I don't think so, dude. I doubt it. I'm not buying it. I'm not buying that shit. That's a fake accent.
There you go. He waited. He wasn't taking the bait from that first drive rush there, but a standing medium kick conversion.
Sajam said he was god-awful. That's true. I guess it's true now. All right, then. I agree. Yeah, he sucks. God-awful.
Xiaohai needs to slowly encroach on that space here, and he needs to get a clean conversion into the bomb. He needs it right now, but Shuto has other ideas, and he's going to do a heavy short. You can end there instead.
You can be friends and still say they suck? Yeah, so. I don't think Sajam sucks. I mean, I think he sucks, but not at commentary. You know, he's cool. He's cool, man. Everyone's cool. I don't think anyone is really like... I think everyone is terrible, but at the same time, I don't think anyone is terrible, you know? It's like... I just don't have any favorites right now because no one is funny enough for my taste. You know what I mean? And I think the reason... You know what the problem is? A lot of the commentators...
Do you prefer Subway or Jersey Mike?
Subway's fucking awful, dude. I wouldn't feed that shit to a dog. Subway is awful. Thanks, Coldplay fucking rocks. Anyway, I don't even remember what I was talking about.
Thank you.
Thanks, Trash Can Thief. Yeah, I mean, it's just only my own opinion. I just don't think that... I think the problem is that commentators, a lot of them also just don't really like the game. Games. Any of them. You know, like, if you think about it, they have to like that shit because it's their job. And at the end of the day, you can taste it. You can tell when they go, let's go. It's like, yeah, you don't even like this shit yourself, dude. They're like hyping themselves up to get hype.
And this is Shuto. He's gonna shut him down on all
and then
fronts
there's like other factors too, you know.
That's the first time he's done it this set.
The environment is also a big factor. It's hard to loosen up and be cool when you got all these stupid lights in your face and shit, and there's some guy in your ear going, all right, in 10 seconds you're gonna have to talk about Red Bull. 5, 4, 3. And then he points at you. It's like, dude, man, fuck. Just let me fucking be cool.
Yeah, he's got to be careful of the drive rush cancel because Shuto's making sure he stays below the 3-bar threshold. He's got to be careful of a raw drive rush as well, Xiaohai.
Stop calling it North-South majors. Yeah, exactly. Quit trying to tell me what to do.
Oh, this is good. This is good. This is definitely good. We're going to have to find out. Shuto's looking as well. Shuto is hoping that this takes the final hit.
Uh-oh!
He's not going to do it. He's pumping something. Whatever is it going to be.
He doesn't have enough health to get any sort of frame traps to go into DI.
He's running out of burnout.
The liberty to press a button.
No, it's
sorry, the other way around. Excuse me.
Oh, no hand attack. No hand attack.
Uh-oh.
He's going to get the throw here. Xiaohai, can he steal this round? He tried to bait something.
What happened there? You have to get hit by that for it to kill you, right?
He practically had no help, but Shuto,
like that wouldn't have chipped.
He was aggressive from start to finish. Exhibited
he did get hit.
In the matchup.
I don't know what happened there.
Japanese player still
nice game.
Here.
Nice game.
Looking good. The fact that Xiaohai survived, he had some of that drive gauge left. It was still going to be Shuto's turn to hug the rest of the screen back. He had so
Shanghai
much mileage and so much time to enclose on that gap.
Damn. Hitbox.
Xiaohai only had a few options.
Damn, Japanese MILFs in the crowd?
Trying to get that perfect parry, neither came.
I'm glad that place is full. It was pretty pathetic a couple days ago when that shit was empty.
If that was a hell attack, I think he would have had the correct.
Thanks, Trash Can Thief. Thanks again, Master Chimps.
I think my
and look out your ass.
Xiaohai's approach. He had a really good start. As soon as he put the bomb on, we saw how stubborn and kind of wild that Shuto was
Butt hash. Jack Miller, Fox 30 News.
Okay, what am I going to do when the back fist
Roommate.
on you? And then
Hey, get parried. Roommate bought me round table pizza. Nice roommate. Thanks. Greetings from Texas. Thanks, cool roommate.
Change anything or adapt anything at all.
I like round table pizza.
Right? He would hover around
Yeah,
the
thanks,
medium range
writers.
that Bison are so
HK writers.
familiar with playing with, kind of banking on him to throw out a fierce randomly or like even like a
I'm
medium
sick
kick
of this
too,
guy's
but
corn
overall
over.
control and stability that Shuto had really shook Shanghai to the core. And it only came down
Yeah,
to
I know, right?
on defense while in the corner.
Me
Bison
too.
not having the best defense
Corn over.
doesn't have like any sort of
I gotta get one of those, dude.
meter as well, but
I need one of
it was
those
just such a lock
corn overs.
corner. But also I think defensively,
Gotta get one of those.
Shuto's button
Hey,
choices
thanks.
himself
Thanks,
out of
bros.
danger have been so top notch. That Fierce has been catching Shanghai either walking into it or trying to react with his own normal.
I think one of the staple things about this matchup we always talk about when going up against Bison is how do you deal with like knee press, and I think Shuto was exquisite with that. He got
Exquisite with that.
But when he knew this is why your situation was
what day is today? Oh yeah.
I think he handled it really well.
Any games coming out this week?
Forward fierces come out.
I'm still on
Shanghai's like,
Morrowind.
it's
That
like,
shit's tight.
why are you going for
But
such
you
a
never know.
defensive
Something
line?
new could
Yeah,
come
it's
out.
like, okay, but I know I can't punish it.
Yeah,
but I can
what?
definitely take advantage of the situation.
Nah.
And it was all off of that
Monster
first
Hunter?
walked into
Mierda.
spacing and you saw
Got the
just get
job.
punished with
Thanks
light
for the
kick.
luck buff.
That was
Hey,
not just showing off,
congrats.
like, towards the end
Thanks,
of it. Because of that,
Kojima.
Butt hash. Jack Miller, Fox
Sakaguchi.
30
we're
News.
taking a look at it
Congrats.
right now.
Just had some chicken
3-1
penne with cherry tomatoes.
over Shanghai.
I like
Shuto
that.
advances,
Thanks,
and he's
Swag
one with
Duncan.
Facing off against Takamura. As you can see, the rest of the bracket too. Angry Bird versus
Chicken
Fidel,
penne.
Takio, Blas
Oh, you like
versus
that penne?
Commiserations to Phenom, Broski,
Uh,
and RD.
yeah, penne's aight.
They fall by the wayside, so their journey
I like it.
at Capcom Cup 11 has concluded. But the show must go on because we need to crown our $1 million champion. And
Turtleneck, dude.
we always got to give thanks to our sponsors that make.
Do you think he put on that turtleneck because I made fun of his chest hair the other day? The other day I was talking mad shit because he had his shirt unbuttoned, and now look at him.
Out and about here.
You think he did that?
The higher ups there,
No
he's a
way.
really cool guy. I love him.
Damn.
Suzuki is standing
Thank
behind
you.
That's
people who love
sick.
and endeavor
That's
and
sick. I
challenge.
should talk more
I've
shit.
been pleased to collaborate with Street Fighter to deliver the joy of the game to as
I
many
should talk
people
more
as
shit.
can.
I didn't realize I have that kind of
Now
power.
booth in place on the second floor of the Ryugoku Kokukikan.
Thanks,
the
Brown
venue of
Zangief.
Capcom Cup 11 to showcase a special edition bike, GSX AR, tuned by Jury, themed by her character. And you can check this out at the Suzuki official SNS.
I'm getting
Myself
tired.
and Vicious have actually
I could
taken
feel it.
pictures. We actually saw Ryan Hart take a picture.
Was
of
that
this as well.
motorcycle
So
for
check it out.
sale?
If you do get
I wasn't
one,
paying any attention during that ad.
I would love to see a
Can I
first
buy a
with
jury
Chun-Li
motorcycle? Is that what's going on here? That would be pretty cool merch.
Action figure, a 6-scale figured project lineup, I should say specifically, coming in from the illustration by Akumen. It's now open for pre-orders. This figure is actually based on the illustration from
It
the
said
one of the
not for
creators of Street
sale.
Fighter 2 and
Ah,
the original
bummer.
designer of Chun-Li, and it was featured on the cover of Momochihama.
Figurine freaks. You gotta put a little bit of hot glue on there and then let that shit dry off. Then it's ready.
The illustration shows Chun-Li in the exact
Everyone
form as you
knows
see it.
that.
Beautiful, dignified, in that cool standing pose from head to toe, and it was created especially for this project in mind. As you see it, Chun-Li recreated, faithfully brought back to life in figure form by Max Factory.
The premium scale figure maintains the same luxurious and exceptional quality as the previous installment.
Damn, look at the ass cheek indentation on that.
Open until the 12th of March, with the
Damn,
scheduled to
that's
be released in
legit.
October the same year. Pre-order soon.
Those are
on the Good
flying
Style
off the
Company online
shelves.
store or authorize Max Factory. Once again,
Thank you.
very much.
Thanks, Woobsian.
Scale figure here. Well, listen, those first rounds of winners and losers of the top 16 have been crazy, but listen, we still need to flesh out a top 8. We're getting closer to the grand prize.
We still gotta make sure to reintroduce the level, sorry, the round 2 of the losers bracket, just in case. Yeah, we have to make sure that you guys see it a little bit more. Losers bracket is going to be coming up in a little bit, so you do not want to miss it. Again, when we've seen who would face
Break
against
time,
each other,
Nolan?
this is truly elimination time.
No,
so
it is not.
You do not want to miss it. That's
Are you
the
just
bracket I was
saying
looking for.
break
I don't want
time
you
to
toss
fit
it just
in?
yet. Angry Bird
You don't really
versus
know how that
Endo,
works,
Uno
do you?
versus Tokido.
You
Man,
just probably
that
have
is
seen
on
other
that.
people tag me and
Maz
say
versus
break
Yen
time
and
and then say a
Takamura
funny
versus-
word like Shah of Iran or Shalashaska or something. And now you're trying to fit in, aren't you?
These guys have
It's
worked
not break time.
tirelessly throughout the year.
He thought it was random and shit. There's a method to this madness, dude.
To finish. So,
Baby girl, pumpkin pie, break time pumpkin pie. Pumpkin pie, dude. He's shocked. Pumpkin. Can't believe it. Forced to laugh. I love pumpkin pie too. It's one of my favorites. Thanks, everybody has a price. Pecan or pumpkin pie? I like pumpkin pie. Personally. Pumpkin pie with whipped cream or ice cream. Like, you know, vanilla. That shit's pretty good. This is a Japanese acid commercial. Tripping balls on shrooms and shit? Dude. I hear that. Dragons coming down from the sky. Good ass shrooms.
Monster Hunter Bridge.
Greetings from America. I notice you're trying to talk to me, but it's very obvious in your shitty ass English that you're not from around here. How's it going there, amigo? Thanks for tuning in. You guys are probably from all kinds of weird ass places. Hey, what's the weirdest place you're from? Anyone from someplace weird? Florida? Florida's not weird, it just sucks. Whoa, Croatia? That's weirder. Oh, a lot of Americans, that's cool. Are you excited for Marvel 2 at EVO? I'm actually disappointed that it's not Third Strike because I'm not confident that Marvel will be as good as Third Strike was or can be. Personally. I feel like, I don't know though, maybe Marvel will be good. It's possible. I'll tell you this, Marvel 2 is by far the sickest game at EVO that I could think of, unless Mark of the Wolves is really good. But, hey, you tell me, dude. I'm assuming that there are more fighting game fans in here now than there usually are every day. Is Mark of the Wolves whack? Because I didn't play the demo. It's trash? No. You guys are so full of shit, dude, because every one of you were telling me like, oh, it's gonna be sick. Are you excited about it? Aris, are you gonna play it? Man, you guys get owned all day. You know, I think what it is I think it's because I'm old and like I've seen this episode before. What do you think? Some magical shit's gonna happen and the guys who make SNK fighting games are all of a sudden gonna know how to make a fighting game? Is that what you think's gonna happen? Some like miracle shit? The game is pretty fun. Look, No Pants just came in here and said the game is pretty fun. Now let me break that down for you, dude. No Pants came in here and said the game is pretty fun. This guy is like what is that game he plays? The one with the tower defense girls? And also Nikkei. He, like, dude, every time I watch his stream, he goes, I gotta go do my dailies. This guy thinks Mark of the Wolves is fun, and he had to chime in. Chime in. It's pretty fun. Yeah, alright. Yeah, nice fucking, good point there. Proving my point. I'm not impressed. I'm doing dailies right now. These dailies are pretty fun. Dailies. Man, you know, have I ever done dailies? I'll tell you when. Yes. Do you remember when I was doing dailies? I do. Gran Turismo. Gran Turismo Sport. I was so frustrated in Gran Turismo Sport because it was 8 o'clock and I had to do my daily to get my spin. Daily Genopode. I stopped playing that game because I hated the feeling of being out and looking at my clock and thinking, oh man, I missed my daily Genopode. And I stopped playing that game because of that. Fuck dailies, dude. Fuck dailies. I hate that shit. Oh yeah, I did play Genshin Impact. You know, Genshin Impact is literally the game that taught me about gacha games. I didn't even know what they were, really, until that game. Like, you know, I knew of them, I've heard of them, but I didn't understand them. Like, understand the formula they follow, the predatory style, everything about it. I didn't really understand them. And that's when I started to watch Lucari. When I realized what we're dealing with here, that's when I started to watch Lucari. I didn't even know about that concept. Yeah, of course I knew, but I didn't realize how the game follows that predatory formula, and it's so common. Like the way you can buy something with real money, but you can't buy it with the right amount of real money, that you know, thing that's in every fucking game now. Like, this costs $5 worth of tokens, but you can only buy $8 worth of tokens. That kind of shit. All that stuff, I didn't really even understand it, or I never really was exposed to it before Genshin Impact.
Butt hash. Jack Miller, Fox 30 News.
Hey, thanks Ruben, Madik, Gailey. And thanks, everybody has a price. Gives a bigger cut than casinos. The biggest thing that gacha games have going for them is the fact that old people don't give a fuck about video games. Otherwise, that shit would be completely regulated and absolutely illegal, like all over the world. Interestingly enough, Europe, you know, I'm always making fun of European engineering and shit, but Europeans that's like the only place where I've heard that these types of things are banned.
Thank you.
Right? Aren't there multiple countries in Europe where loot crates and gacha games are completely banned? They're ahead, dude. That's really the way it should be. It really is. You know, when I was a kid, my parents used to go to Vegas, and I'd go to Vegas, and the pit bosses would always say, this kid is not allowed to be standing next to these casinos. It was so highly regulated that as a kid, you were not even allowed to stand near a slot machine. Otherwise, some guy would tell you to move. And now they literally market these casinos to kids. Literally. You know, in California, they banned, what do you call those? Menthol cigarettes. They banned menthol cigarettes because it's allegedly marketing to children, because it's flavored tobacco, right? But yet, you can spend a fortune of your parents' money in a game. Gambling in a video game. That's fucking crazy, dude. That's fucking crazy. Whatever, Aris is old as fuck. You know, the old, same old. Old Aris. Complaining.
Next location is Osaka.
It's all about that galaxy gas. Excuse me. Don't do it. Galaxy gas is for morons, dude. It really is. Old people know a thing or two, though. Man, they really do. I hate that. The older you get, the more you realize that that's true, and they were right all along. I hate that so much. Did you hear that Cybertruck owners are getting bullied on the streets into selling them? That's pretty tight. That's pretty funny. Like it carries a stigma attached to it? So you get bullied? Wow, that's fucked up. Hey, careful what you fucking saying here, you stupid little bitch. Here, let me hold that guy's head underwater for a second. Hey, dumb fuck. How does it feel not being able to breathe? Don't say stupid shit in here again. Alright.
We're back with more Capcom Cup action here in the Ryukoku Stadium. It's been fantastic. We've sent some people home.
These are very floral outfits, dude. Highly floral.
My name is Tate Cole. I'm joined with Sherry. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Yeah, you think this shit's a fucking Reddit, what do you call them? On Reddit when people all, is it a thread? Whatever the fuck it is on thread, on Reddit. Thread.
Thank you. We have 4 already established in winners in top 8. We're trying to make our way through losers now, and we just watched the first round of losers, and we're moving on to the second round.
Thank you.
To figure out who is going to
Imagine Aris wearing that. Which one? Sherry's blouse?
Thank you.
I'd look like a gay pirate.
Some unfortunate things happening, some nerves, of course, but that's to be expected considering the
Cool.
stage that we have.
I'd look cool.
Right here, and not just the history, it's what we see on this.
I think.
And the players, the pedigree. Angry Bird versus NL is up next. After that,
I wish Aris was a girl.
Can you
imagine that this
I wish
is
Ocelot was a
This isn't even
girl.
winners. You're telling me Fudo and Tokido, Shuto, Angry
This
Bird,
guy's talking too much, dude. Hey, listen, man. It took you so long to type that, dude. We were talking about that shit an hour.
into the losers round, but
This fucking loser typed up this long-ass paragraph, and it took so long. He's still talking about the Cybertruck, dude. Slow-ass typing. Hey, you know, that was actually a lot funnier than I expected. That was a pretty good joke, dude. Slow-ass typing of the dead. You get owned, man. Scrub. That took him forever. Anyway, nice word problem.
And on the other hand of things, I feel like today and this week has really showcased that if you can calm down the chaos, he can become
You
the
know,
person that's never
man, I really jinxed it. I remember earlier saying, boy, this tournament sure doesn't have a lot of downtime.
you're able to stop all the offense, especially in Street Fighter 6. I think that is one of the hardest things to do. Is to I feel like defense is the worst position to be in.
My
especially when
bad.
you're in the corner. But
My bad.
Your defensive option is relying on a perfect parry, maybe a wake up reversal, you know, DP.
Is it the real break time this time? Almost.
You can just run with your
How's the
momentum
car?
that carries you so far. And I think
Man,
there's
it's
so many
like
matches that, where if
driving
you are
around
on
a
the
miracle.
offense, you usually take the round.
That's true. It's true. And in terms of
It's
defense,
so
we've seen,
cool.
you mentioned perfect parry.
The coolest
We saw
thing
Angry Bird be able to
ever.
parry some of these OD fireballs previously on that Daigo.
Ever.
We saw the high fight. We've seen
So
some of that
cool.
defense also work out, but not work
And
out
I love
enough
it.
against Juicy Joe, the juiciest one of the business. Put the squeeze on him.
Juiciest Joe of the business,
Yeah,
yes, for
you
sure.
know, I mean, that's kind of his name,
No offense
right?
to Li Joe, but Juiciest Joe is the juiciest.
I think he might be a little bit juicy. I don't know. Anyway, I feel like
I don't like the way this is going, dude. This conversation's over. Give me the bottle caps. Both of these guys small talking. I'm not in love with this. Small talk sucks, dude. The small talk sucks ass. They're talking about how Juicy Joe is juicy, but not as juicy as Long Island Joe. This topic sucks. We need to move on. Shittiest fucking small talk of all time. How does Sajam feel about this commentary? Let me know. I need to know how to feel, dude. If you ask me, I think Sherry is A+ tier commentary, and everyone else sucks. That's what I'm putting in on for my vote. Sherry's the best. Everyone else sucks. Thanks, Birdie and Stove.
You have to adapt. You have to figure out your mindset. Again, you're still in the game. You have to reset and just stick to the game plan because these are both incredibly, incredibly strong players.
I like that you mentioned that they're really out here focused more on the cup than the cash. When I talk to Angry Bird about his mindset, his mentality, he's here to play his best way, to be his best self. Same with all these players. I know you can say that too as well. But here we go, Angry Bird.
Damn, the Mur?
Wait a
of
second.
Kissar.
Huh?
We're seeing a mirror match here. We're not going to see a Ken versus Akuma. We are going to see the mirror match.
You know, to be fair, during EWC, Angry Bird said, I'd rather play the mirror match than play the Ken and Akuma. It rings true right now.
Okay, so this is going to be tested. I thought it was button check for a moment because Angry Bird's not moving.
No button checks needed.
That's a real deal. Like, usually he's very aggressive, very active around start. Sometimes they want those OD fireballs to kick things off, but he's cool and he's chilling. But he shouldn't chill too much. He's getting dog walked to the corner. The perfect parry was there, and they'll take a page out of Angry Bird's book to put his ass in the corner.
What's the next
Put
sequence?
his ass in the corner.
Nice light DP actually counters against the Demon Flip dive kick, and it is now NL who is in the corner with Angry Bird on the offense.
Give it
First
to him.
throw.
I'm rooting for Angry Bird. That's fucked up, man, because Angry Bird has to deal with Ramadan, right? That's brutal. Angry Bird has to deal with Ramadan, and Mena RD, he doesn't give a fuck, dude. Man, that's crazy. That's brutal, dude. That's rough.
First round to him. This time, let's go for the throw. He goes right back in, gets a grip. A lot of throws that's going to be conditioned for later on. We go for these
Psychological warfare, dude.
Opening heavy kick Tatsu.
Mena's got his standard pocket Cheez-Its ready to go in case of an emergency.
Into the corner carry. Wake up DP. Okay. What a throw onto Angry Bird's
Case of a bad matchup.
NL being standing at the perfect range where they're both pressing their heavies right now. Angry Bird drive versus Ash. Wow, what an interaction!
My man is DPing his demons. There's nobody there. Interrupts the drive rush. That's Oki. What needs to go for back rise? Angry Bird backs off. I do like that. Not a lot of
I'm playing Morrowind tomorrow, unless you know, something else happens. But that's the plan.
Round to round, pound to pound.
Did anyone lose 900K yet? No, but a bunch of people lost like 20K and 40K and shit.
NL starting it off with the low forward drive rush, back throw, putting NL into the corner.
Thanks, all Maniacs.
Now a punish counter. Something bigger on the way.
This overlay is ass. Dude, it's one of the worst. This is not a good overlay.
You have the huge life lead.
Thanks, stank ass homie.
Do something super safe.
Dude, I don't have any stank ass homies.
As you mentioned,
hell no. That's a quick way for you to not be a homie. That's like your fastest way to not be a homie. If you stink, I mean, I'm the first guy to tell you you stink. Hey, go do something about it. Go to 7-Eleven, get some deodorant, you stink. I've sprayed. I've sprayed people before, dude. I've sprayed. That's not something that I haven't done on more than one occasion. You gotta spray a homie sometimes. You gotta spray that shit.
Only right after, a little bit too aggressive, a little too active.
Yeah, great. Again, this is Angry Bird is up a game. He's able to take those risks like an ODDP after, you know, the perfect parry on a safe jump. They're both in a minus. He's in a -2 situation. Decided to let it rip with the ODDP.
Lemon pledge? No, deodorant, but it might as well have been.
Now Angry Bird is up in the corner.
Beautiful anti-air on the guillotine. Short again, dive kick to
But I was thinking about that. I think the idea of spraying someone is always so funny. Even in Call of Duty, I used to like that. I used to love that. You could spray the guy and spray paint would be on his face. That shit was really tight.
Thought he was going to pick up the conversion there. Okay. But they are doing some mediums right here.
Sammy block, flip, drive reversal, baits it out. Big punish on the way with that -6.
Yeah.
Hits a heavy kick and in L.
Angry Birdo.
Puts off the pressure for a little bit longer.
Yeah, unfortunately, the drive reversal there was just a little too slow from Angry Bird. NL was able to recover into the -6 situation to get the round.
Stinky people can fuck off. It sucks, dude.
Trying to stop him with the stand medium kicks. They're both doing
That shit's the
mediums and
worst.
heavies right now. I think a light might come out soon, or maybe a walk back stand medium kick. Who knows? They're trying to.
It feels like when someone really stinks, it feels like such an invasion of privacy. It's like they're reaching their fingers into your nose. You know? I really hate that.
And now we pop up with level 3. DP level 3. Oh my god. 9K health. Smile. In else. As if this calamity. Bow. Not enough.
At the damage. Can he come back? He is sitting on critical art. The dash up.
Demon.
Oh.
More?
And now said please.
No, not here. Not on the stage.
We're not doing that here.
You're not gonna put me on high five. Relax.
But
okay?
that was a hell of a read coming from Angry Bird. You might as well go for the Hail Mary. Wake
You
up,
don't care about it?
level
It's
3
fake hype?
Demon.
I mean, it's because you're not invested in any of these players. Neither am I.
And now a step ahead.
And it's a mirror match, I guess. And it's Street Fighter. And it's a fighting game. You know, whatever, man. Hey, at least I'm happy to be here, and I'm happy to be alive. I feel lucky.
Perfectly done. Gets the extension again. Tap them up in the corner. That back heavy kick in these conversions and combos becomes a little bit.
Neither of these guys are Mexican. That's true.
Off the medium.
Yep. Back roll. Back roll. Drive rush forward. Overhead. Okay.
Up getting thrown.
A little too far for the medium kick to connect there. And with the whip punish, using the low forward. Perfect parries. Can't jump.
Yeah. Dog kicks have not been working out. Whether they beat to try to leave the corner or to try to get an opening. Drive rush crouching medium punt. Empyrean's in. It might be the Empyrean end of in.
Uh-oh, are you trying to snitch?
Yeah, you're definitely.
Hey, you're getting snitched on.
It's not enough, man. See, I miscalculated, but Angry Bird's looking to throw right.
Hey, you got snitched on. Where is he? Oh, there you are.
A little too late from NL to check the driver's
Hey, the people in this chat room don't like you. You just got time. Oh, you just got banned. Hold on. Hey, shithead. You just got banned. I just unbanned you for a second to let you know you got banned and you're no longer welcome here. Anyway, take it easy, bitch. See ya. That was cool. We got rid of him. This guy was annoying, man.
I think eventually he's trying to
thanks, Almanax. And stank ass homie.
We drive rush slow eventually.
Angry Bird sees victory right now in the skies. Set point for him. Goes up that bar at the bottom of that level 2. Deal with the fireballs if need be. Double the damage if he puts it over the corner. We've seen that Imperium's in be utilized to kill some of that drive gauge. Might even kill in the corner, or I'm sorry, mid-screen. Stand fierce to the fireball.
Did you hear about Stinking Shitty Part 2? I did. That was Stinking Shitty Part 2. I'm tempted to not play it because Stinking Shitty Part 1 was so awful. That was one of the worst games I've ever played. And it was full priced if I remember correctly. That is one of the worst games of all time. They're making Part 2, yeah.
And that's enough.
That's unlikely because the tip of his toe goes so far.
I heard about it.
Was able to get the whip punish on the fierce there.
That's actually wow. With the walk speed too.
Yep.
Dangerous button.
He has a big toe.
Stinking shit.
Usually have to pay for that.
There's a short.
Oh, walks right in the crouching medium punch. Heavy kick.
Still playing PoE? Yeah, I am. I just bought the Svalin shield. I think it's pretty cool. That's a cool shield. I never used it before.
Holy staggers it.
I like it.
Able to hit. Adamant fizz, crouch fierce, charge up, super.
I really don't like the stupid idle system though.
Okay, it's a Kuma, but the damage surrounding, fantastic here from NL. 2-2.
Angry Bird getting wrecked. Dude, it's Ramadan, man. The guy's hungry.
Yeah, I don't know if Angry Bird had found something and he's just like, I have to implement it now.
He's been fucking watching Mena RD go beast mode at the Golden Corral all day, dude. Give the guy a break. It's frustrating.
What a bait on the throw. Backdash. Dive kick hit a little too high up there for the conversion. Nice recognition on Angry Bird's end.
And now get on a dodge. A perfect
There's that low.
Doskoy!
So ready and steady. Level 1. And blah.
There you go.
There's that drive rush low finally connecting for Angry Bird.
How many times has that not hit? We've seen NL be down back for
Thanks,
down back.
Almanax.
His toes continuously as he walks away, but Angry Bird falling inches in the right area to get that low off. It's on set point.
Counter hit conversion off the crouch strong. NL. There's a jump
wow,
out.
That was cheap.
And
right on top of him. That dive kick was perfectly placed on top. It was like a DP in either direction wouldn't have worked. You need a flash kick.
There. NL striking back, drive rush jab. No throw this time. It's a medium. The perfect parry. The punish. We'll go for Oki. Sweep.
Yep.
Yes.
Double dash. Okay. Forward throw.
Is doing Ken poorly against Akuma? Anyone knows?
Overhead. Stand blocking.
Okay, now let's fishing for something here.
Hey, greetings from America, dude. That is a sick ass sentence. Hey, I like that sentence. That guy's cool. Hey, I wish more non-American native English speakers were like you, dude. I like your style. Yeah, he's welcome here. That guy's cool. The rest of you ESL's gotta step it up, dude.
Spending a lot of meter there.
Terrible dive kick? Uh-oh, was it god awful? Don't tell Sajam that shit, dude. He's gonna get pissed. God awful?
He's chasing him down. He has a hot pursuit, and it's rated R for
someone got banned.
Damage and a big gulp of Zip of Calamity. Angry Bird 3-2 over Ino with a perfect KO.
Hey, why'd you ban that guy?
Man, that was a very, very
He get banned. No Pants doesn't like you. Why'd you shoot him?
That's the thing about Drive. You gotta have as much as you can in your pocket. You know, if you're just dumping everything
I
out
don't get it.
and you're
Anyway, get shot. Big time Ramadan? Dude, I need to take a break. You're right. I went over 10 minutes. What's the best barbecue style meat? Aris? Ooh. I think I like brisket or... yeah, probably brisket. I think brisket wins.
But, you know, like, he had enough space to walk back, right? But that's why you could see him trying to walk back.
Korean barbecue short ribs? Dude, that's not American barbecue. That's Korean barbecue. God, he's dumb. But I do like short ribs. Korean barbecue is great. Pork belly, I was thinking that. Pork belly is close second. I like pork belly burnt ends. I like pork belly in general. Hey, you know I'm on break, right? Thanks, Nets Video. Break time barbecue. Okay. Let me get up and stretch. I'm still hanging in there. I got a little bit of gas left in the tank.
It's the layers to the mind games, right? It's like,
you guys enjoy these replays, and then I'll come back and we can make more fun of jammers. Bargain jam.
That's a lot of knowing. I don't know if I know anything.
Too cool.
But I do know Angry Bird moves on. That's a...
Angry Bird does move on. That was, again, incredible gameplay from both. Unfortunately, it was Angry Bird who seemed to get the upper hand, especially being, again, when you're on the offense in this game, it's so hard to defend against what is coming at you.
Right.
Angry Bird just had very, very good spacing, and I think he used way more neutral drive rushes than NL did. I don't think NL presented that, and Angry Bird was able to close the gap, make NL feel uncomfortable.
There were moments where he tried to, as you mentioned, go for that crouching mini kick drive rush or crouching mini kick just in general. They weren't happening. Then finally, towards the end, he was able to clip and hit with that crouching medium kick. Like, again, sticking to his game plan, saying, I'm going to find a way to make this work. As we mentioned, especially during EWC, he was like, I do not want to run the Akuma Ken matchup. What we're going to run right now is another match. Fudo versus Tokido is up next. And
I can't believe it's a loser's match.
I'm with you. Any of these cats out here could be in that top 8 spot or in grand finals.
Aren't they both Evo champs?
You're right.
Or am I wrong? I know they're champs
you're
of
right.
something.
Fudo's an Evo champ, and so is Tokido. You're absolutely right. Yes. And you hear the crowd. I don't know if y'all at home can hear the crowd, but they have been blaring all day for every player, but especially when these two take the stage.
I mean, unfortunately, it is a team kill. We do have Japan versus Japan here, but I know we are so excited to see this level of play between Fudo and Tokido.
Oh, 100%. And Fudo sticking with Ed despite the fact that he had some nerfs here and there, figure out how to play the character maneuver around those nerfs and still find the success.
I mean, they say nerfs. Where's the nerfs really at?
This is better than the
commentary. You gotta be a little bit more economical with your butts. You gotta put a little bit of mind to it, but the reward is still good, right?
Yeah, the reward is still great. I think the nerfs are kind of just like, oh yeah, you get a little bit more with punish here, which I feel like you deserve.
Right, yeah.
Normals go almost half screen, so you deserve, and you get drive rush cancels off them, you're getting good punishes, punish counters, some of them even stagger you, like, I think it was deserved. But clearly, this character still works really well, right? We have Lashar, who just played Fudo in the mirror match in winners, so we do have an Ed sitting in winners with Fudo sitting in losers against Tokido. And I think this match is going to be very interesting because I do think they play each other quite a bit.
Yep.
I'm very interested in seeing how they're going to approach this because I mentioned this earlier that Lashar is kind of the whiff punish master, but when we saw the mirror match, it was more so, it was a very, very patient game. We were going down to like the last 20 seconds and they were playing a lot around with Flicker.
Yeah.
Snatcher. Like, how are you going to punish me when is the timing of when I'm going to do Snatcher? And Lashar, I think he came in through the end because he did a lot of dry rush DIs as a punish to the charged flicker.
Yes.
Something that Tokido, I think, is probably going to be very, you know, he's going to recognize that pattern.
Oh, yeah. I mean, he's definitely been able to recognize that pattern. We saw he actually beat Lashar in the Japan CPT, right? Like, that was how he got his win and how he was out here. Oh, yeah. I love when they cheer. Sorry, I had to take a break and listen to them. The arena is bumping, bro. It is packed out here. But also, real deal stuff. Tokido understands that matchup. He's played Lashar for millions of hours, but Fudo presents a different sort of Ed, a very more active Ed once he hits that mid to close range. Won't be strange to see him get a little bit more with the drive rush jabs and things like that.
Yeah, I mean, Tokido started the round off with 2 drive rush stand jabs, so that's clearly the answer here. But Fudo answers with his own.
Oh, from the double medium. Crouching mid kick is able to hit. Enhanced Tatsu to the corner we go. And the empty low, I like that with the crouching light punch, excuse me.
Yeah, I think Fudo was caught just trying to jump out the corner like he just did. Got a couple of
whoa, there's the empty low.
Yep.
That's the button of choice if you try to walk away.
Stop trying to get away from me. Tokido's going to chase you down. That's what he's saying.
That's 7-framer, man. It's good. Crouching mid kick of the gods, Evo Choice Awards.
No punish on the sweep there.
Yeah, surprise, but Fudo does get the throw.
Tokido's in the corner, okay. Early parry on the charge snatcher.
Boy, stand fierce in the flicker. Drive rush jab. I talked about this. When he gets close, he's willing to do that drive rush jab just to initiate, to get a hit, or even go for that strike throw.
And we saw a little earlier, too, something that the jab. Oh, wow. Don't try to step kick me.
Then on out here. Drive rush jab again. Meets him in the middle. No Malcolm. Good stuff here for Fudo.
Perfect, yep.
Whoa.
I was about to say something that the Japanese players have been doing really well, especially since Ed's DPs aren't that great as an anti-air, is that when Tokido did try to jump at that angle to get the jump fierce, they dashed under just to avoid having to do a DP. But Tokido starting to strong already.
Does best corner carry. Does get blessed though. Knocked out the kill rush. We get the Oki. Tries for a possible backdoor scenario. Tokido text
Good break. I realized that during that break though that I'm pretty tired. But not too tired. Still got a little gas. How much more do you think is left before we get to watch someone lose $900,000?
Calling the tap parry attempt.
Hey, you better be careful how you fucking talk. What's going on in here, man? I noticed today people are misbehaving a bit. You guys better stand up straight. You'll get fucked up in here. That reminds me, I better check my ban appeals. I don't want to give future heirs any homework. About to deny these motherfuckers.
As he's evolved that game plan continuously, he's obviously picked the right character to do so.
Dumb fucks. What did you say? 2 fucking morons. What did you say?
Into the corner. He might try to up back just to get out of the pressure.
Gets
caught reaching.
Like that starter. Double Jin Rai. Holding DP.
No hands shot this guy. What did he do?
Tokido's like, no.
I'm not minus
he
anymore.
Just called me fat?
Am I really minus if I have meter?
Only minus
I mean, he seems pretty cool.
Said, I'm no buster.
Okay, nice check again.
Fuck him. All right.
Takes the trade, step kick. This time, Fudo does get the counter hit there.
Let me look this guy up.
Negative after the step kick.
Yeah, you see that he's trying to take back his turn.
It was his first ban. 29 timeouts, though.
Real strike, though, but he's able to attack,
No
though.
Pants doesn't like him at all.
SMB kick the hit, the punish counter.
Whatever. You got lucky, bitch.
Nice recognition from Tokido to get the perfect parry between the normals there.
Triple jab, stand fierce.
This moron.
Medium punch gets a throw after a slight little delay.
Why is your room green?
Almost got that backdash.
I was new here.
Tokido in the corner, okay?
Deny.
What?
Motherfucker.
He believed. He believed. Are we going to see an
Little
overhead
joker.
into the level 3?
Trying to make jokes.
I'm going to see level 3 regardless.
Thanks, Dr. Worm and Lord 7. Thanks, Cola. Looks like my aunt.
Don't wait. Nice. It's in his butt, but it's in his dad for the same kick.
I'll give it up, I guess. I think it's just because it's getting late. Pissed. I'm pissed about laughing at that shitty-ass joke. What'd you have for dinner? Honestly, I forgot to eat dinner, but for lunch I had leftover Jersey Mike sandwich. I still have like a whole sandwich left.
So many options that DI covered unless Tokido was ready to
I forgot to eat dinner. Thanks, Rip, my frame.
And
Soccer Mum.
Beautiful stuff that knocked out the kill rush. Again,
thanks,
jump
Hershey.
Throw.
Thank you.
For the medium on the way down, that's an easy punish, but that could have been more. Tokido could have got at least like
And
the
thanks
top right
everyone
after.
else.
It's unfortunate. The level 3,
Can't tell if
huge
this is
lead here
live.
for Fudo. Pulling up that
No
bar in the
replay.
green.
It's
Fudo
live.
in the orange.
I'm hella rooting for Tokido, dude.
What's the next sequence? Are we gonna try
If
to
he's
do
gonna
burn
beat
out, or are we gonna play a little safe here? We're
Broski,
gonna play a little safe.
he better go
Yeah,
all
put
the
her
way.
nice and easy. Throwing on over to the corner. Dog walking.
The best
Tokido.
sandwich is the one you make yourself at home,
Oh,
dude.
the back dash cross leg kick. Gets the punish counter, and
I
that's
make a
it.
mean-ass
What a
sandwich.
read, and what
You
a
can't
follow-up.
beat my sandwich.
Making it Fudo, tying it up 1-1. This Tokido.
To me, sandwiches, like you could say what I just said about a lot of things. Like the best burger, the one you make at home. The best steak, the one you make at home. Sure, all those are true. But sandwiches, there's very little excuse to not making it at home. It really is not that hard. Honestly, making a sandwich and eating it is almost as hard as just opening the wrapper for a sandwich and eating it. It's very, very easy to do. There's no cleanup whatsoever. So it's just one of those things where, you know, if you order a burger and eat it, you don't think to yourself like, man, I could have just made this shit with the equal amount of effort. Nearly. That's how I feel about sandwiches now. Like, it would not have been that much effort to just make this sandwich myself. I guess it's excluding going to the grocery store and getting all the parts. Best steaks are definitely at home. Dude, honestly, the best everything is at home, depending on who the person is. I really think that there aren't many things that I couldn't be able to make at home myself better. I'm very good at cooking, especially following instructions. So if I have a recipe, I will fucking crush that shit because I have a really good palate. Like, I know what tastes good. Sophisticated mouth.
Fudo ready with the reversal timing on the medium. Wake up super! It's not gonna work.
I just don't like cooking.
It's so unfortunate. It's like, when do I use that level 3? Do I use it now? Am I getting my bar back in time? The second interaction is so scaled. There's not a lot of damage behind it. But it just was too late right there.
The best chicken I've ever had, literally, I made.
He is up 2 games.
Literally.
Yeah. I mean,
In a air fryer.
Last game, I think Tokido might have felt a little bit more comfortable doing a wake up super there because, you know, you have another game that you can come back from.
It's true.
The one thing that makes me want to buy an air fryer again, I don't have one anymore. Mine turned out to be a explosive device.
Like that backstep, Fudo loves his flickers.
I want to try making pork belly in it. I heard that you can make pretty good, like, bootlegged crispy pork belly in that.
Drive gauge to give here for Tokido. He's trying to strike back.
It didn't blow up, but there was a recall on the air fryer that I bought. It was recalled, and when I tried to get a replacement, they wanted like my social security number and shit, so I told them to go fuck themselves. The camera is out of focus? My camera?
Fudo.
Thank you.
Fudo had so many good openings, but I feel like Fudo is meeting him in that close range sort of scenario.
Gotta put it right in the middle. Did it fit? Oh, the green went away!
Oh, he did try to check the drive rush, but unfortunately
It's not green anymore.
Gets whip punished by the fears from Fudo.
No more green.
Nice block.
The big reveal.
Up though. Side switch off the Dragon Lash.
Why is your room green?
Okay, caught him holding up back. Light was able to catch from Tokido.
Oh, yeah, committed to that flicker.
Morons. I can't believe people think that I'm sitting in a green room all the time.
Okay, dump into
ridiculous.
We're going to the last game, last round of the set.
Do you think I could make it green again before the stream goes down?
Prophesize. You good. You're right.
I believe. I believe in Tokido.
You better believe too. He's almost out of it. But
you think I could? How would I do it? I'd have to plan it out. So I'd have to restart. Everything would be the same. I think I'd have to restart the whole computer and be back. What does it give you? Like 5 minutes?
Right there. Close range fireballs, trying to get something a little bit different in terms of like these button presses, high intentions, and the drive rush jabs. Fudo Still blocking everything out. Gets hit with a go right kick.
It gives you like 5 minutes to come back before the stream actually goes down. Yeah, it does the not like this face.
Right now, we're seeing a lot more drive rush, a lot more aggression coming from Tokido.
Nice lighting. Thanks. I like warm lighting. The whole house has these kinds of lights. Like a cowboy saloon. But people think it's too dark usually. Just keep it dark. Not dark, but dim. It's like a flame jumper. Except without all the muskets and shit.
Hold up.
Tokido's too good, man.
The way I like...
Flame jumper lol.
My scores is wrong.
Sorry. You're good.
After this match, I'll restart the stream and then hopefully be green when I come back.
Stand fierce, fist to face. Now you up in the corner space. What are you going to do? We hold the throw, but not for long. Can't do it for long. Jumps out, but Tokido is ready with that cross-cut DP. Baits out the only DP. Back, drive impact, and that should be a wrap. He's got the level 1.
I think Tokido got this.
My bad. Very optimal. Tokido.
Nah, it doesn't work that way. I have to restart the whole computer. It's not OBS that makes my camera green. It's the camera itself that's green. Like other programs have a green camera as well. It's not just OBS.
Inching his way out.
The camera itself is
too late with the DP anti-air attempt there from Fudo.
Play around those reactions of these top players.
Oh. Hey, thanks your name for gifting 5 subs. That's nice of you. Thanks for liking my stream, bros.
Tokido drive rushing in now.
We have to worry about one last strike because he will dump the meter into the level 3.
Oh, you knew it! And it's coming off the heavy kick Jinrai. Ooh. Jiryu Rippa! Yes,
what does Sejam think about this commentary, dude?
Right there. The bar's almost gone. It's an ODDP. It's my turn, and I took
Fudo. What is that, like 100,000 plus 100K? GG. Man, if Fudo wins, that would be crazy because he's really struggled. He hasn't like won in a really long time. So that would be pretty cool. I would be happy if Tokido wins. Did I say Fudo or Tokido? Anyway, Tokido is what I meant. Did I say Fudo? My bad. I meant Tokido.
Honestly, he might be a winner of that million. The way he's playing.
Call me a bigot.
I will say this,
they look completely different, okay, for the record. I mean, even a bigot would be able to tell those two apart. They look completely different, you know? Hey, thanks, Toilet Pony.
Thank you.
One of them has glasses? Yeah, completely different, dude.
I did like the way that Fudo was trying to space things out.
Anyway, let me try and fix this shit. I gotta go fast. I wonder if I could do it. You think I could do it? Alright, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna try and do it. I'll be back. How can I do it? Okay, let me optimize pre-restart. Okay.
Truly, what an adaptation. Because I felt like the use of the neutral drive rush jab came back towards the second and third game.
Okay.
But the rounds
Top
that,
speed.
the games that Fudo had, it was actually him in control, in neutral. Tokido kind of finding a way.
Oh, hey, thanks Angel Eyes and Toilet Pony and Dookie Shoot. Hey, listen here. I'll be right back. Okay? As fast as possible. I gotta hulk up. Smoke a shitload of weed. Okay.